Look at that. You look like a businessman.
Yes.
Damn, you got a whole fit on.
And like I don't know if you could tell, but like the this thing matches like my pants like extremely well.
Yeah, I thought it looks like a
Cream.
set.
I'll send you a picture. You can see here, listen. But do you see my name? Do you see like my
Yeah, I thought I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, am I talking to somebody else?
do you like go to the wrong meeting or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Okay, I'm taking this off.
Look, I got a bunch of
Yeah,
notes.
I actually have a bunch of talking points too.
Okay. First of all, let's talk about Nope.
Well,
And
that's like
bef
wait, that was like my first one too.
okay, that's good.
Right. Yeah, I have all of these.
That's good.
So prepared for once.
Okay.
So are you Allerton with your Coke?
I don't, oh yeah, that's funny. I should have put my name as the,
Yeah.
okay. Um, Wait, you were gonna say something about Nope, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, first I just wanted to see like your thought. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it first.
Okay, so I thought it was gonna be more about like the aliens, but it was more about the black people. So it's like it was fun, but
Like
not interesting.
like what do you mean with the alien?
Like I wanted to know more about what that was. What,
Oh, like more.
yeah, like more depth, more like story lore about it. But
Yeah.
it was mostly about just like the relationship between the two main characters.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Did you've seen Get Out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one did you like more, Nope or Get Out?
I liked Get Out more because it had like a yeah, it just had like the lore behind it. It felt like
And
Nope
then
was like setting up for something much bigger, and
mhm.
then it kind of just went on some kind of like take a picture of it chase scene, trying
Well,
to
I'll get into that in a second. And then he also made another one called Us.
yeah, yeah. That one was
I've never
also
seen that. I haven't.
I didn't see that one, but I watched a bunch of videos on it when it came out, and that seemed like it was pretty interesting. It was about like a secret network of like doppelgangers around the U.S. It was
Mm.
looked more interesting than this.
Well, I'm gonna rename myself before I like
Why?
because I use this account for like my classes.
Oh yeah,
Like
so you
they
don't
see like
forget.
William Lee in it. They can
They're
be
like,
like,
who the
"Who
fuck? And
is
they see you in that fucking this?"
Yeah.
Trying to soothe talk a young boy.
Well, okay, did you um I don't think I showed you this, but I found the like script for the movie. So and like I read it and there's like some scenes that
Or
weird.
oh yeah, okay.
And there's some scenes that like got cut out. And there's okay. Yeah, there are some scenes that got cut out. There's one I forget some of them. But there's like these promotional pictures. It's like I'm just gonna show you. It's like I don't know, like they went to like a beach in the book or whatever in not Mexico, but wherever they went before the forest or the jungle, and that got cut out. They like
Oh
filmed
yeah,
it.
because they were fucking a kid.
Well, no, well, this is a separate thing, but
Oh,
yeah.
I did like in the movie when I think when he does the ayahuasca, he like lands on a beach, like from space or
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that was interesting.
Like this scene that got cut like
Oh,
on a beach, and it was like
yeah.
there's like a bunch of pictures that like when they were promoting the film that got released from that scene to promote it, and then like it never was in the movies.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot with movies. Like the promotional, they'll like make the movie, and then by the time it actually gets released, it's different
Mhm.
in some ways.
Yeah, like before it released in like the summer, Luca was saying it was like a I forget how long the movie is actually, but he was like saying it's like a 2.5 hour long movie. And then like as time went on, he like kept saying that it was getting cut, you know, like shorter. Cut by the studios. Oh, Kirsten's FaceTime me.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
hear that?
Oh yeah, all of it. Technically, Kirsten's the first guest.
I mean, yeah.
Karen, do you know what 4chan is?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Wait, what is it?
It's like more extreme Reddit, and it got taken down, and
Oh,
people found out that Israel was pretty much running it, and it's like online Nazis, pretty much.
nice.
So like they were just faking that because of course they were. Um, Next point,
Wait, it's my
DNA
turn.
test. Okay, your turn. Yeah, yeah, let's go back and forth. That's a good idea.
No, I go to my notes. Um, oh no, we didn't
Oh
finish
yeah,
talking.
yeah, yeah. True, true, true.
So do you like what's your rating out of 5 stars?
3, because it was fun to watch. I mean, I was drunk, so it was influenced. Um, and yeah, I had fun because I haven't watched a movie in a while, so that was nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say I haven't either, but like for myself though, I haven't seen one since probably like Queer.
Damn.
Yeah. Or like I haven't read a book since January.
Yeah, what I've been doing lately is opening random pages of the Bhagavad Gita and just reading it, and I'll read a passage, and then just makes me feel good.
Yeah, have you seen those like Instagram TikTok girls who like annotate their Bible aesthetically?
Yeah,
You
I
should
like
you should
underline
do that.
passages, and I put post-it notes in where I like am reading it,
Mm,
and yeah, yeah, I like that. It makes me
yeah.
feel good.
Okay. Well, while we're on the subject,
Yeah,
so remember those Gideon Bibles?
yeah. Oh,
They were
this black man gave me one on campus. No fucking
no.
way.
When did he give you it? When did he be yours?
Okay, bro, I literally have written it. This bitch. I have
So I was gonna tell you about
okay.
this. No, just give me the page number.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh,
Like, where is that?
I forgot what I was just like randomly reading it sometimes and marking down like passages that I like. Oh, I just oh
No, what did you annotate?
Mark 11:24, page 85. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Mark
85.
11:26. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father who is in heaven forgive your trespasses.
What was the first one?
Mark 11:24. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Did you do anything with yours?
No, but I was like looking through it.
Yeah, it has
Wait,
help in
when did
time of need, and this was probably February,
he gave it, you got it in February?
something like that.
I got mine on
Was it an elderly black man?
Wednesday.
Oh,
No,
you were
I
racing?
found it Wednesday. No, I found it. So like, I was walking through this build. There was like two guys that tried to give it to me, but I just like walked past them and I had like
Yeah.
sunglasses and headphones on. But then I was like walking through this doorway, this entryway, and I saw like in the corner of my eye, there's just one of these on the floor. So I just picked it up and grabbed it because I was like,
Hmm. Yeah. I like the Bhagavad Gita better because it's like I have since we were like raised Christian, it's
"Mhm."
like I want to rebel against it, you know? But the Bhagavad Gita, I've never learned that, so it feels like new. But it's also the exact same because it's like the exact same teachings,
Hmm.
and it just feels like more real than the Bible because the Bible is like a bunch of stories, but I mean the Bhagavad Gita is stories too, but it's like somehow it feels different than the Bible.
Yeah. And there's also these two guys like on a sidewalk every day. I see them and they're selling me like meditation books or yoga
Really,
books.
really,
I was like, I kind of want to get one for crew.
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just like when I was waiting for you to call in the past hour, I was laying on the floor sleeping because I don't know what to do. I'm just bored, so I just laid down.
Well, because I got back at like 2:10 and then I like just ate more and then but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of do want to read the Bible just like as a story
Mhm.
instead. Like I think there's a class here. I've heard of a class in the colleges that like they teach the Bible as like a story instead of like unreligious type of thing. And I always thought that was cool.
Yeah. What's your next point that you have?
Um, oh yeah, I was gonna tell you about no and like what I learned in my class about it. So did you understand like the connection of Gordy the monkey and like the alien and everything? Did he understand like why he added Gordy's story or Jeep's story into it?
I thought it was because it was kind of trying to convey the exact same thing. Like, remember when the little Asian boy was sitting under the table and the monkey went to touch him and then was shot? That symbolized, to me, it symbolized like alien contact with humans. How it's pretty much has happened or already almost happened throughout history, and like the overarching like force, like
Mhm.
governmental, like have stopped it from being fully disclosed to the public.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about it. What did they say in film class?
Well, like, we mainly talked about spectacle, how like what's his name? Gordy was like used as a spectacle on a TV show,
Hmm.
and then because he was, abused because he's like a wild animal being forced to be on this film set. Um, and then with like the horses, how like they're being used to as like a spectacle for like movies and as for the jean
I
jacket
I didn't pick up on
eaten
that.
by
Yeah,
like
and there
it's
and then
like
the UFO is used as a spectacle for that filmmaker who wants to get like the first like
yeah,
shot of it.
or for the Oprah shot that they're
Yeah, but also like that whole movie it was like sounded like a Jewish lie to me because like there's real photos of unidentified flying objects and videos and document documents like proving it.
Mhm.
Um, so it seems like it's just like, oh, are they real? But it's like, yeah, the movie is made to felt like to me it was like, ooh, aliens, but it's like treating it as if it's not a real thing, you
Mhm.
know? And I didn't vibe with that.
And
It felt like,
I did not I didn't like the like filmmaker guy character at all. Like I didn't understand like his point.
yeah, it was not
That
that
was
well written. It was definitely,
it was just like this like try to be tough like
yeah, yeah.
messy like yeah.
And the electronics guy, he was like supposed
Actually
to be like
I
the conspiracy theorist guy, and that was already always or also horribly written too because I'm that type of person, and I wouldn't have said like things like that. So I mean, maybe it's just like my bias, but it just felt like not nuanced. It felt just like the average movie or something, you know?
no. Well I actually did like Angel. I like this character.
Yeah, it was
I thought it
like
was like
cool or whatever. Like it was
I
interesting
mean
to watch,
I
but
mean the movie wasn't like this big huge like my life has changed.
yeah, exactly. I was hoping for something that would make me think about a new like idea on the topic, but
Mhm.
it felt like old, already talked about information.
But and I love the final like shot or scene with Kiki Palmer's character with like the
I did
sunset
not
in the
like that at
background.
all. I really like hated the last
I just
scene
liked
because why did you like it?
I just liked it because I thought it was just like a good shot and like the with the background and everything and like that
I didn't like
inspired me
Kiki
more.
Palmer's character. She was not written well at all. She was too, she was doing too much, and it felt like they wrote her as a character that does too much,
Well,
but like not in a
that's definitely
realistic way. It was
well
just
that's
like faked. It was horrible.
yeah yeah well that's definitely like Kiki Palmer's like trope. Like she always plays this type of characters
Yeah,
at
exactly.
the same
Yeah,
time.
and literally the first second I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be annoying the whole movie. Um, the main guy, I liked him the whole movie.
OJ
What was his name?
OJ
No, but what's his actual name? I
um
forget.
oh Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah, I like him as an actor because like he, it seems more realistic. I don't like the whenever people are like outgoing like that, it's like people aren't really like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
They're just like faking it. They're not like
exactly. Yeah, it's obviously acting.
mm,
Kaluuya's character felt more realistic to like the situation. It made me feel more in the movie. Whenever I saw Kiki Palmer's character, I was like pulled out of the movie. It was reminding me that it was acting, which is not what you want to do as an actor.
yeah yeah. Um, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say?
Oh, bro, I'm looking at the clouds right now and reminding me of the cloud that wasn't moving in the movie.
Oh yeah
And I was
yeah.
like, holy fuck.
Mhm.
But also,
Um,
I saw this thing. This guy wrote this book, I want to say in the 70s,
mhm.
about how, like, the phenomenon, like, the way they were talking about in the movie is in the sky, it's this, like, beast that thinks it's its own home. And I saw this book that was written a while ago, and it was talking basically how, like, it comes from large electromagnetic fields that like have their own like consciousness.
Yeah.
So imagine like over an entire city, like that massive air is like its own like being, you know? And now I'm just thinking about like if there's well, obviously like the what you perceive in reality is only what you need as a being to survive. You're not actually seeing everything that's actually there because then you couldn't like do things in your life if you were
Mm,
actually seeing everything that's there. And that's why like aliens like or just beings that you aren't comfortable with like associating with on your day-to-day life, they actually are around us all the time and they influence our lives, but you don't see them. I
mm,
feel like we probably feel them, you know, and we think it's
yeah.
our conscious
What
experience.
I've been thinking about this because like my in my astronomy class for the lab, he did the same like presentation and like showing us the edge of the universe, like the
Yeah.
universe in like the full scale with the hourglass thing. And I was just thinking if like alien, because I'm sure aliens exist, but what if they use like different elements
Oh
than
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
hydrogen or helium or oxygen?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And
what if
like
there's like new,
yeah.
and especially with all the galaxies that exist,
hmm
like,
And not what if. It's like pretty much a known fact that other, like statistically, other life exists. And bro, the the fucking Trump administration, the director of like science or whatever the fuck, said that the U.S. government has the ability to manipulate time and space, and um, I think one of the things they said was it can like grow things. There was this UFO thing. I have no idea where it comes from. I'd heard it secondhand, and basically, this guy experienced a UFO encounter where on the outside the UFO was like normal, like 40 feet, like a craft. On the
yeah.
inside, it was like football fields. It was like an entire airplane hangar, huge. So like that idea where on the outside something looks normal, and the inside it's like the space time is like changed in a way where it's like using. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to. Yeah, and basically I was just thinking about that because the publicly they like had a statement saying that they can do all that. They didn't specify like all of those details, but I just extrapolated those. Um, but the government can time travel, so like my world is imploding. It's I don't know what to like think. Like nothing matters anymore in my real life
Or
because
did you hear that like FDR recently said that like autistic kids
you said
they can't
FDR,
and not
RFK.
FDR.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is not alive.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. He was like saying that like autistic kids like they can't. I forget what he said, but they're like they can't pay taxes, they can't like drive or like do anything or whatever. It's just very
You know, what do you mean that was stupid? He's talking about how vaccines cause autism
yeah.
and
Why
how,
did
like in Vietnam, did you know this? In Vietnam, they introduced vaccines into the population. Autism has blown up thousands of percent.
yeah,
Now
that's what
kids are being,
I've
yeah.
like
So
on
I don't know
TikTok
why you
I've
guys
seen
disagree with me that vaccines cause these horrible
no,
side
I'm not
effects.
no, I'm like I'm like disagreeing with like not FDR but
RFK.
RFK saying that like artistic people can't like do things that
No, he is completely right because the side effect that all these unregulated corporations, especially big pharma,
Mhm.
push these things onto people. When you have a newborn, you kind of have to give them some vaccines. It's like illegal not to, I'm pretty sure, for some of them. And just fucks them up. Like there's so many stories of mothers with newborn babies and the babies are 6 months old, they're perfectly healthy, fine, developing normally. They get their shots, immediately full-blown autism. They can't speak to their mothers. They'll never be able to like do anything that a normal kid will do in their life. And this like new mothers will just have the life of their child like taken away from them just like that because of big pharma. That's what he's trying to say. He's not saying that
See,
autistic
I
kids
didn't
are
hear a full
retarded.
I didn't
Exactly,
hear
yeah,
a
but
full
I
thing.
did. So I know, and I've also listened to him for hours talk about this. So I understand the position he's coming from because if you know his history, what he's been doing in his life is suing large corporations. He's a lawyer and he tries to sue large corporations on behalf of people who have been fucked over by them, like Monsanto, that puts fucking poison in the food and the water supply everywhere, um, in the air too. Um, that's like that's where a lot of the like farmers have to like lease their seeds or something from Monsanto to be able to farm their land or something like
Yeah,
that. And basically like these multinational corporations just control like ultimately everything.
yeah,
And he's trying to fight against that. But also he's sexually blackmailed by Israel, so he can't really speak up against that. And yeah, that's one thing. I don't. You probably didn't hear anything about it, but there's like a big scandal with him that he was being blackmailed,
yeah.
or he is being blackmailed currently, which a lot of politicians are. Did you know that 93 out of 100 U.S. senators have APAC lobbyists, which is uh, the American and Israel like they're like alliance, their organization, and it just makes sure that uh, no politicians actually stop money and guns flowing into Israel to so then they can keep on the genocide of the Palestinians.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wasn't saying that these autistic kids are. Well, no, he was saying that their their lives are like stripped away from them, and there's nothing
Mhm.
they can do about it because they're months old babies.
Yeah.
You know?
There's on the hill.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that also is like it's not like yeah, some of them might that's kind of how life works, where if one part of your life is taken away from you, another part will grow a lot to compensate.
Mhm.
So my like theory is that the like field consciousness like understanding that they have is much better than we have. Like basically the ego in your everyday life is separating you from every other object and person and thing
Yeah.
to make you think you're a being in the world. And my theory is that if your kids are like nonverbal autistic, like and going on the hill, they just are much more connected with that aspect. And the reason why they can't really function normally is because they're not as egocentric as we are.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What's your
back to no, back
yeah, going
wait,
back
just
to
one.
get back
But
to no.
with the last like scene or shot, I just liked it because I just thought it looked nice or whatever, and like
Wait,
um
I was confused. Does OJ survive in the end, or was
no,
that like
yeah,
an apparition?
he survives.
Oh, yeah, it was
I
just
just like
like the ending. It was like
yeah, I yeah I've seen it before. This is like a or it's like a memory that I just remember really
mhm.
specifically, and it okay when I watched it for the first time, so like I got done watching it, and then either like mom or dad came home with like Little Caesars or something, and then I like you and Rocco, or like I think the five of us were down there, just like around the table, just like eating together, but like on our phones, but like and like it was like golden hour, so the sun was and yeah, cool memory.
Yeah,
And then have you ever heard of the movie A Portrait of a Lady on Fire?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, it's I think it's French by this French filmmaker. It's basically like Call Me by Your Name, but like with two women instead of men, basically
Mhm.
on the surface. Um, yeah, but we were talking about um pensive and possessive spectatorship.
What does that mean?
I think I'm probably I'm gonna butcher this, but with pensive, you want spectatorship, but you want the narrative to like elongate and like go and like when you're watching it, you're like, oh, I want to keep watching this. I want this to keep going further. Like I don't want it to end, even though you know it's gonna end soon. And then with possessive, you're like, um, wait, I think I
Just take a minute and think about it.
there's one I with possessive, I think it's like you create new narratives in mind, or you don't like wait.
Yeah, look it up because I'm interested to see.
Because it's like interesting. I just like it's like difficult to like for the difference between them. Okay, so pensive. Um, okay, okay. So with pensive, it's like the spectator is able to detach from the narrative and like analyze the film critically, and like its ideological like messages. And um, and then with the possessive, you become more engrossed in the film's narrative and like with the characters and everything. And so you like analyze it with like plot wise or character wise rather than like analytically.
So it's like how in real life it's hard to kind of take a step back and analyze it objectively because you're in like the character of your body. And then the other one is like if your friend is having a problem, it's easier to objectively understand what's happening in their life. and you can like understand it from a third person point of view rather than the first person point of view.
And then like with like a pensive spectator with like this new technology,
Hmm.
um, because this like book we read or this reading we read, it was like released in like the 80s or 90s. But like with pensive, they're like able to pause and delay and repeat and slow down. But then with possessive, they like just don't do that and they just follow along with the
Yeah, so like in your life, you can't like it's hard to like understand it from the objective lens, and when you're thinking about somebody else, it's easier to understand it from the objective lens.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Was that your point that you had written down?
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably not gonna like this one, but basically, you know how Britain used to own America, and we
Yeah.
had the revolution. Britain,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
we had the Revolutionary War, and that made us not a Commonwealth of Britain anymore, right? So the First World War was fought to quote unquote bring America back into the fold, and that was I think Woodrow
Well, like,
Wilson.
well, like before World War One, were we like with
We were
was like
isolationists.
okay, so we were like with how like the trade or whatever is now, it's like how we were with like,
Pretty
other
much,
countries.
oh yeah, open to everything.
Yeah,
And
because we
yeah,
didn't go into World War One until like the last 2 years.
hmm
Because
or yeah, yeah, the
Wilson,
end of it more. Yeah,
yeah, because Wilson wouldn't like do anything until
yeah,
was Pearl Harbor, was that two or one?
those two. Also, Pearl Harbor was I don't know if it was a false flag attack. It might have been, but it was definitely known about. Like they knew it was going to happen because obviously, like if you think about it, planes, a small group of planes flying over the entire Pacific takes a
Mhm.
long time, and the government, the military knew about those planes, and they knew where they were going.
While they're in pursuit of Pearl
Yeah,
Harbor.
yes. And some people think that they weren't even Japanese, that they were like our own like basically almost every war that America has been involved in has been started off of a false flag attack, which means that it's not a real attack. It's an attack to make the public fearful and want to go to war. That's what started. That's Pearl Harbor, Vietnam with the
Mhm.
Gulf of Tonkin incident. Um,
Well, like
literally,
Vietnam, we didn't have to like even
yeah.
go in.
Also, yeah. Also, after World War One, we don't even go to war anymore. We have police actions, which are like usually Congress has to declare war on another country. We have not done that since World War Two, and we've been just doing police actions to spread democracy around the world. But
How did we get into no Pearl Harbor is World War Two,
yes,
and then World War One? How did we get into that?
that was when Archduke Franz Ferdinand was
Oh
assassinated.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah. Yeah.
started the European powers fought, and they were all cousins with each other. It was pretty much like a family feud, but on the world scale. And I don't know why Wilson was influenced to involve us, but I'm pretty sure it was influenced from the international bankers because pretty much it's central banking wars because when you're in a war, all that productivity of creating new things to for soldiers to go fight, all those there's trillions of products that are made in wartime,
Mhm.
and there's also the incentive of they need to be put out fast and at a steady pace. So it's basically just anybody who owns those companies or has stocks in those companies or shares will make much, much, much more money rather than during peacetime where people
Mhm.
have to be influenced by like advertising to buy things and it's not as like pushed out like during war it is, you know.
Oh, because World War II was like right after, like how when the U.S. got into it, it was like right after the Great Depression, so everything was like,
Yeah, exactly. It pulled us out of the Great Depression because um there was so many billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars in product that was made to go fight, and that made all these banking families rich, very very rich. You know, that's pretty much why we fight wars, just so that the the richest families in the world make more money. Like Al Qaeda was created by the U.S., funded by the CIA, ISIS, same thing. Every terrorist threat that you think is not real at all is completely fabricated by the military and then the media, which propagates the threat to the public and then makes them think that it's a real threat. Because if you're told that something's a threat 24 hours a day for
yeah.
years, you eventually start believing it. Same thing with 9/11. That was literally, I've been going deep into this. Uh, he, 9/11 was like,
And then one of my history teachers told me that like the terrorist people, they like flew planes in Stewart.
yeah, yeah,
Like
they practiced
yeah, they
in Palm
practiced.
Beach.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, the day after 9/11, their passports magically, think about this, the terrorists that were on the plane, their passports from inside the plane that they had magically ended up on the ground in New York City. They found them out of the rubble, the passports of the guys to identify them. Literally seconds after 9/11 happened, some of the first reporting on it, the media was saying it may be from Osama bin Laden. I want to ask you, how the fuck would they get to that
Yeah.
so quick if it wasn't a pre-planned attack? The Pentagon was simulating, like computer simulating, planes going into the Twin Towers the day of 9/11. Where the Pentagon was hit was the records keeping office that recorded basically the not on 9/10. I forgot who it was, but this government guy announced that 2.3 trillion dollars was missing from the U.S. Budget or whatever the fuck. And the next day, 9/11 happened, and one of the planes in the 9/11 attacks hit where the records of the 2.3 trillion dollars was being kept. Yeah. So it's pretty much just faked. COVID, same thing. COVID. Oh shit, we're gonna get taken off for this one. But yeah, I gotta
I know your
yeah, yeah, yeah.
thing already. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Carrie's turn.
yeah. Um. Oh.
Also, they're trying to go to war with Iran right now. Israel wants to go to war with Iran, and they're trying to influence our government to start doing like nuclear attacks on Iran. And they want to start World War III because that's going to make them a lot of money. And Israel has a right to defend itself, so they have to. Don't you
I think
love this,
I
Gary?
think I think you texted me about that or something.
Yeah, I'm in the back of my mind. I'm thinking about how I might be drafted or some shit to Iran. I don't want to go.
You'll be going with Kirsten.
Kirsten's Jesus fucking Christ. I don't think I'll ever be able to explain to Kirsten my stance on these issues. I don't think she would. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's just me selling her short. She probably could if I talked to her enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your next talking
I
point?
don't like. I wonder if Kirsten thinks like the military is good.
Carrie, obviously she does. She wants to fight in it because basically all that fear propagation from the media has influenced her to think that she needs to go fight against terrorists who are trying to kill us because they hate us for our freedom. When in fact, they hate us because we kill their families and destroy their communities. Did you know that during the Obama administration, it was, I think, 3 out of 4 people killed were civilians in the drone strikes? Think
Oh
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, like,
Didn't they like do a wedding? Like they
yeah, they
strike.
drone striked weddings, hospitals, you name it, they did it. You know what I'm saying? Because also, like, the reasoning behind this like evil stuff is because a lot of people in positions of power are what is called Luciferians, which is like their religion is that publicly they do good and privately they do as much evil as they can because they believe in like a balance of good and evil. So they do like basically like the Middle Eastern wars are blood sacrifices to like their god. They kill innocent people. They do the most evil shit they can think of because they think that's how you're supposed to have the balance in the universe. And they need to keep that balance of good and evil.
Yeah. Yeah. When are the next Olympics in 2028?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to be in LA.
Yeah, they're gonna be in LA, so we're gonna go see them.
Yeah. If we're not dead by then. I hope Israel doesn't use the Samson option.
We're gonna be okay. Anyway. Um. Oh yeah. Um.
Killing the mood.
No, I'm like I like ate before this, and I'm like just like loaded now, and I'm just like
Would you eat?
got tired. This like quesadilla thing.
Sounds good.
It was not. I regret getting it. I should have got it.
You got it from like the school like cafeteria.
No, there's like this like we have a dining hall, and then we have like do you remember seeing it like it was like a store thing?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I eat. I just go there.
Damn.
Like
That's I guarantee that's why you feel like shit because you're eating just like the
yeah,
worst.
like processed foods all the time. Yeah,
Yeah. Once you have your kitchen, you guys are gonna have a kitchen, right?
yeah. But then I
Okay,
could
you'll
like
feel much better once you're cooking your meals.
yeah. Um. Yeah. But did you ever Google what I think I have? My
Saibo.
self, yeah,
Yeah,
my self-diagnosis.
yeah. What is it called?
Um. I don't. I forgot the acronym.
Systematic intentional intestinal.
Bacterial overgrowth.
Oh shit, I got that.
I don't know the
I was
first,
guessing.
but I know like intestinal bacterial overgrowth.
Yeah, yeah. I think I might have. When I went to the gastroenterologist, they said I might have too much bacteria, which is why like the food gets digested like too quickly or something.
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't know.
Or then I because when you if you have SIBO, it doesn't get nutrients out of the
Yeah,
food,
yeah,
which like makes you like not like gain weight or it makes
yeah,
you lose weight or that sort of thing.
yeah. That might be
Or
it.
like it doesn't like help your like with your metabolism and like that sort of thing. Or like vitamins or
Yeah.
nutrients.
It also doesn't help that all the food is basically a soft poison that kills you over time. Even like healthy foods, they're created with genetically modified organisms, GMOs, and just everything you can think of.
And the preservatives and everything.
Yeah, yeah, and basically, like when food is grown on farms, they're sprayed with pesticides and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even though those pests aren't anywhere around there for like hundreds of miles because they've been spraying them for pesticides every fucking week for years and years and years, you know? So it's just overkill at this point. That's why I genuinely think the uppists, like the richest people, I think they want to
So are
kill.
you so
I think they're
like
trying to kill
when you're
people.
so when you're older, are you gonna like grow your own fruits and vegetables and stuff?
Yeah. And I think I'll feel much better.
But also just like just generally, even if it's like poison and everything, just having like whole foods, like making your own food and like
Mhm.
deciding what you should put in your body or like how you should make it, like
Yeah.
ingredients you should do.
Yeah, it definitely it
That
gets
will
like
go better.
90% of the way there, definitely.
Yeah.
But
So
there's still that little all those chemicals that are on the food. Also, bro, microplastics. Oh my fucking god. They have these things called phthalates that basically are making humans less sexually able to reproduce and more infertile. That's why I keep thinking that the richest people in the world want mass like death, you know, and
well,
depopulation.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah. But I'm seeing a GI doctor on Cinco de Mayo.
Really. Hopefully that
So
goes good.
yeah. But the thing is, last time I went to a GI doctor, she just like diagnosed me with IBS and then just had to take like Miralax every single day.
Yeah, because
She like didn't do
the
it, but then
Carrie,
you're not supposed to take Miralax every day because then it like
yeah,
ruins your
because
immune
you
system.
got to understand that the entire medical system is okay. Big pharma. Okay, you think about the military-industrial complex, Carrie, and all of their money, their trillions of dollars, and then think about big tech, technology corporations, right? Apple, Microsoft, Samsung,
Yeah,
all the AI companies. Think about all of their trillions and trillions of dollars. If you combine those and double it with the amount of worth combined, it is still not as much as big pharma in the medical industry because of the pharmaceutical industry that makes the drugs, the medical industry that cures like patients, but it doesn't actually cure them. It just patches up something and doesn't actually address the underlying issue, which is
yeah,
exactly what like and the doctors they're not taught to do preventative measures and they even if they know about this stuff and want to help, they will lose their license if they go out
yeah,
of the standard of care, which is put in motion the by big pharma like boards, you know, to ensure that doctors aren't able to actually help patients. They can just sell them products
yeah,
to say they help, you know?
yeah. Like I remember mom, she'd always like come home with a bunch of like merch stuff from pharmacy
Yeah,
companies.
from
Like,
pharmaceutical reps, yeah. Because it's all just a racket to sell oil based medicines
or like,
to people.
because I was like looking at like skincare stuff on TikTok, and I was looking up like CeraVe products because people have been saying that they're like bad for you and they just make your skin worse.
If you,
And like
yeah,
every single
yeah,
TikTok I've tried, I saw about CeraVe, they were all um sponsored by CeraVe, so they had to like
yeah.
say,
This guy Ian Carroll, who I've been following for the past few months, that's how I found out about him because he was going through the aisles of the supermarket and showing how every product that you see is owned by the same company. And
yeah,
George Carlin, a comedian, an older comedian, before he passed away in the '90s and whatever, he talked about this where we're given the false premise of a choice, but there is no choice because it's all the same thing, just packaged differently to make you think it's different.
mhm,
And also, if you actually look into like hair products and shit, like there's so many shampoos that cause hair loss, and then people have to buy hair loss products, which lo and behold, sold by the same companies who sell the shampoo. And if they're not sold by the same companies that sell the shampoo, They're sold by different companies, but the parent company of both is the same. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So the rich people in the world are making us sick and fucking just destroying us to just siphon more money out of. That's why the middle class doesn't exist anymore, because over almost 100 years of just finding new and more creative ways to tell you that something is wrong with you, selling you a product that makes that an actual real problem in your life. You know, yeah, and it's all from propaganda, which is comes from Sigmund Freud's nephew Edward Bernays. He started kind of like the advertising. So all the advertising you see today has been over 100 years of development, and it started when Sigmund Freud was like a psychoanalyst or some shit, and basically his nephew took all of his like crazy theories and transformed them into a way to advertise products to people to get them to actually buy them. That's where all those old ads from the 30s and 40s and 50s that you would see, that all started from him, Edward Bernays. Everything is just propaganda and making you sick. Phones, they when they're off, they radiate. It's like a microwave pretty much. So wherever you have it, that's why there's rising cancer in kids. Like kids are getting pancreatic cancer, young people are getting colon cancer at the highest rates in human history. Everything. It's I don't understand how anybody is happy. You know what I'm saying? Like once you learn about this shit, I don't know how the fuck.
Well, they're probably
Like
happy because they don't know about this.
exactly, it's ignorance is bliss.
1984.
Yep, I just saw a thing with George Orwell, an interview with George Orwell before he passed away. He was talking about how the prevalent emotion is fear and love for the state. And over time, they're trying to get sexual pleasure out of the human population, which makes sense with microplastics. Microplastics come from plastics, which was started after during World War II. Where did that come from? Oil byproducts, because the oil robber barons of the early 20th century, they had so much oil, they're like, and I forgot which one it was. I think it was might have been Rockefeller, but he was like, how do I take all this? I'm selling all this oil, making billions of dollars, and how do I make even more money off the byproducts? So I'm not just throwing the shit away from the factories. They turned those byproducts into plastics, and now every person has, I think, a, a plastic spoon's worth of plastic in their brain on average. There's some people with more, some people with less, but on average, everybody has about a spoon's worth of plastic in your brain. And I don't know what that's going to do for our future, but it can't be good.
Yeah, you should. Have you read like a lot of George Orwell?
I just read 1984.
Who wrote Paradise for One?
Ray Bradbury.
That's
He also wrote this book about an automated house that survives a nuclear apocalypse.
yeah, I read that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I like that one too.
What was
I
that?
wrote, it was something about like when the soft rain comes or something.
Oh,
I like that short story.
uh,
Did you know that Dune, the story of Dune, comes from like the Jesuit culture, like Jesuit priests, and the spice that they
well,
talk about, the
they have
spice,
like
yeah,
I know it's like there's a bunch of like inspiration from it from like
not even inspiration. It's pretty much just ripped from real
yeah
history. Yeah.
because they have like in the book they have like the Bene Gesserit within it.
Those were the Jesuit priests, and they just kind of changed the name. And the spice is psilocybin, which is the active ingredient in mushrooms, like magic mushrooms, that allow you to like kind of talk with, just like feel the presence of like God, when you take enough. But yeah,
I'll show you. Oh, there will come soft rains.
yeah, there will come soft rains. Yeah, yeah, I like that one. Carrie, did you know that Tesla? I might have told you this already. After Nikola Tesla died, his work, like his papers and all that, where he was writing down the how to actually create the technology that he was talking about his whole life. Guess who took hold of all that work? Don't know. Donald Trump's uncle, John Trump, who was a doctor at MIT, and that's just uh, kind of led me in the direction of thinking of like the people you see in the political sphere and also the entertainment sphere are all either from long lineages of families who have been doing the same thing for throughout history, or they're like Epstein, which was kind of molded and created to be the person that they are, you know? Because I also was, remember I was listening to that podcast about satanic ritual abuse.
I think so.
Yeah, basically, like, there's a whole culture of celebrities and politicians and just anybody who has power in the world. Their kids are from birth, like, raped and tortured to try to mold their identity into a controllable person, you know? And like the dissociative identity disorder, where people will like split off into different identities and be like, oh, I'm Karu, I'm Michael, whatever, you know, you have a completely different identity, but it's the same body. That
Yeah.
is the goal of what they do. Is then your different identity will have memories of the trauma, and then your forward facing identity in your day to day life won't have any idea what happened to you. So you can't like tell people or get help or anything. So it's as if it never happened. And it's horrible. And it's also generational too. Like the like Jeffrey Epstein, he was probably a victim of the same thing and groomed his entire life until he became the same thing that happened to him, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Yeah, next thing.
Um. Uh. Oh yeah. How did you like Billie Eilish's album?
I didn't listen to it.
I need to listen to it.
I might have. I listened to Willow, which I
Oh
guarantee,
yeah. I was.
I guarantee her and Jaden and that family, guarantee that shit's fucked up too. I guarantee.
Yep. I thought you listened to
I remember listening to some of the songs, but I don't think might have. Maybe I did listen to the whole album, but and I just don't remember. But
what
I
did
remember liking a couple of them.
let me go back to.
Garrett, do you remember that Malaysian Airlines flight that disappeared in like
Oh yeah.
2013?
Yeah.
There's this guy on Twitter that I follow, and his whole thing is about what's called 0 point energy. Basically, like the advanced weapons technology that the U.S. government has to be able to make their own UFOs, use them, manipulate space time, everything, you know. And there's this video that people have quote unquote debunked, but it's of these three orbs, like UFO orbs, orbiting that plane, the Malaysian Airlines plane, and then they converge, like they twist, and then they converge, and they create a wormhole, and the plane disappears. That's like real. Like, remember, you know, all that Marvel shit is just to kind of get you to understand it subconsciously that we have technology like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, it's just crazy that that technology really exists. It's like magic. It's literally like magic.
Uh, wait, hold me. I can like not breathe. I can't breathe right now.
Okay, George Floyd.
Okay.
Did you know that he died from a fentanyl overdose? Before the cops got
What
there?
about me? Having like a suffocation or strangulation?
No, that's what I thought too. But this woman, Candace Owens, like looked into it, into like the court case and shit, and found that what was happening was he was George Floyd was
Oh, Candace
buying.
Owens.
Yeah. See, you think she's like a right wing extremist, but that's like the media making you think that. And that's what I used to think too. I thought she was just some dumb bitch, but now I understand that she's just reading like a police report and reading the case and the facts and just reporting on it, like what she's reading. But for some reason, we're made to believe that she's lying. But apparently, George Floyd was buying fentanyl from his dealer, and then the cops came, so he just ingested all the fentanyl because he didn't want to just throw it away, you know. So he just ingested it all, and then by the time that he was getting arrested, the fentanyl was in his system, killing him because he took so much. It was like enough to kill a horse. That was in the case.
It says the Hennepin. Wait, is George Floyd? He was like American, right?
Yes.
I don't know why it was BBC is like. It says the medical examiner ruled the death homicide, citing cardiopulmonary arrest due to the law enforcement restraint and neck compression, along with the presence of fentanyl and methamphetamine.
Yeah. So he
It
had
must have put like
fentanyl and meth in his system, which was killing him. And that didn't help that the officer was putting his body weight near it actually wasn't on his neck. If you watch, there's another video that was like it was on his like upper back, which you know it's still not good.
like you
But
still shouldn't have been like that.
yeah, exactly. But also the he was the one who asked that the police put him on the ground because he said he couldn't breathe in the cop car or while he was standing. So he was, I think he was like, put me on the ground, and then they did that, and they were detaining him. And yeah, I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have died, but it wasn't like the cop was just like strangling a black man because he wanted to, you know. It's just I hate how stories like that were fed like false narratives and then it sticks in your mind to where when you even see facts that oppose the narrative, you still think that the facts are lying. Like Candace Owens, I thought she was like some bullshit liar, but you know she's just reporting facts of a case and what actually really happened, and it's hard to believe that like the media apparatus is just fully lying to the public about things like that to get them to riot in the streets and incite violence. So then they have a reason to kind of enforce a police state. Like, why was a this guy who was addicted to drugs somehow the crown jewel of the Black Lives Matter movement? That was completely co-opted to make people think, oh, George Floyd was our hero. Let's fight for him in the streets.
I think he was kind of like I don't know, like the expression, but like he was kind of like the like pin that like started everything that like
Yeah, and
made
and
people.
yeah, exactly. And all of that comes from the fear that the media was inciting, using that narrative.
Um, did you listen to by Billy Chiro or whatever it's called?
I don't think so.
Chihiro?
Trujillo?
I forget what it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, oh, uh, yeah, Chihiro. Oh, hit me hard and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked three songs off of it, but I don't think I listened to the whole thing. I think I just listened to those songs.
You listen to, I know you listen to Chihiro, or because you said that like you liked the vocals in it with the autotune,
And I
and
like Birds of a Feather.
you liked L'Amour the movie.
Yo, le amor de ma vie.
And then do you listen to the extended version of that?
I don't think so.
Because that has more of the like autotune parts of it.
Yeah, I like the vocals. Carrie, did you know that Obama is the grandson of Prescott Bush? Bush, the Bush family. So Obama is also, there was this teenage girl, I don't know, a couple years back, who found that every president is related, like distantly related to each other. That just goes to show the political class is just kind of a family of royalty, like the royal family in England,
Yeah.
It's not like people are just running for president and winning. Like it's controlled shit from families of influence and money and power. Remember October 7th?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What's that?
It was the quote unquote Israeli attack from Hamas, where a bunch of Israelis, just like kids, like 20-year-olds or whatever, they were at a rave and they were ambushed. And according to at the time what they were saying, they were like raped and murdered by Hamas. And like their cars were blown up and on fire and shit like that. But turns out Israel, like the IDF, fucking used helicopters and fired upon their own people. Isn't that cool? And then they blamed it on Hamas. So then they could then they could kill 40,000 Palestinian children and have an excuse for it.
Okay. Mm,
Did you know that the IDF uses a sewage gun? They have like this large gun that shoots sewage water at people. Like shit water. It's fucking insane.
Um,
In Gaza, it's illegal to collect rainwater. And Israel imposes caloric restrictions on how much food gets into Gaza. So then every Gazan is literally starving because they're so Jewish, they count the fucking calories and the water going into Gaza so that they don't, so that, and they calculate how much they need to be alive, but not to thrive at all. So everybody's kept on a starvation diet.
well, I just saw something the other day where it was at Lake Gaza. They haven't had any like food brought in for like 7 weeks or something.
Yeah, that's recently. I heard about that too. So now they went from actively suppressing the food to just straight up trying to kill them. And I'm pretty sure 93% of the homes are gone. There's nothing left. It's just all rubble.
Oh, the uh oh yeah, do you want any more tattoos on you?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I have the moon, I want a sun, and I want a couple of those. Remember you were like drawing tattoos on me? I want a couple of those. I thought that was cool. Like to do, to act. I like that one.
What was that
Uh,
from?
I think it is what like my name means or some shit. I saw this video of these Jewish men reading like their Bible, like the Torah, and apparently they believe that when they're doing that, it's like their ritual. They're like quote unquote making love to like the goddess of the words or some shit. So they'll pretend to like be fucking an invisible person while they're reading their Bible. It's a funny video, but I thought that was funny. The Jews be crazy.
Where did we find to do that?
I don't know. It might have been from Sanskrit. Let me look it up. Yeah. In Sanskrit, Kuru, primarily it's a verb form meaning do or make.
Yeah.
So yeah. There was this Russian report that came out that was in the I want to say the 70s or 80s. There was this alien encounter and these this Russian military force like interacted with them, like shot at them, and they fucking turned them to stone. Like 23 of the soldiers were turned to stone, which is I've never heard of that before, but that was interesting. And it was like something that came out from a declassified Russian military report.
You should get the Sanskrit of crew.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. There's this building on campus that has like a mural of different languages saying different words, and one of them looks like it's in Sanskrit, and it looks like it's saying my name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It looks like it has a K and a U and an R a U, and I was like, oh, that's me. But I don't know what it says because I can't read Sanskrit.
Um, um, remember like I drew that sun on you?
Yeah,
Just like hand drawn thing.
yeah, that's kind of what I want. Because this one is like detailed, and I want the other one to be like a child drew it.
Did we take pictures of the ones I drew on you?
Yeah, I have them on my phone. I might just use those as references when I get a tattoo. Bro, yesterday I was walking around and because I was just depressed, wanted to kill myself, walking around, and I passed by these workers who were working on like some street, like light fixture or whatever. And I went by one of their trucks and a beautiful pack of Marlboro Reds unopened. I saw the plastic glistening in the sun. And I was like, I need to break into that man's truck and steal those. And I did not do that.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it this morning, but it was like a picture of like gold ones or whatever,
Yeah,
crushed up.
yeah. I see those all the time. Just little cigarette packages flattened. And I'm like, oh my God.
I was just going on TikTok, and she just like smokes small burro rides with and
Yeah.
like eats Taco Bell. That's
Damn,
like
that's
the
a
whole thing.
vibe.
It's her whole bit.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to do a demo day to my clothes, kind of.
What does that mean?
Just like cut them so actually like can wear. I'd actually wear
That sounds
them.
cool.
Like with this shirt. Hold on, let me button these jeans. Hold on. Or okay, well with the shorts that I have on, I cut it just to be like really long. I
Wait,
cut it
how did you
like
cut it to be longer?
no, I cut it to be shorter.
Oh,
It was long, so I cut it short.
see.
Or like my Royal Lotus one, I kind of want to cut because it's like an awkward length, kind of.
Hmm.
So I just want to like cut it so then actually like wear it
Hmm.
because I wanted to hit like my pants level,
Yeah, yeah,
so it's like fit nice.
yeah. More proportioned.
Yeah, and then there's like a couple other ones. Kind of like dying right now. I'm like just bloated. Just like
Just drink a bunch of water.
that's what I'm doing, drinking
Oh,
water.
good, good.
Like I'm just like tired now.
Did you have a lot of carbs?
Uh, no. I don't know. I feel like I'm like gluten intolerant, kind of.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is from something that they spray. I think it's called glyphosate, and that's what's caused a lot of like the gluten fad in popular culture, where everybody's like, "Oh, I can't have gluten." I'm pretty sure that's from chemicals that they spray on the food, and also like even the way they make the wheat into like bread and oats and shit. Even that, still sometimes they'll spray something on it to where people can't ingest it regularly like they used to.
Yeah, I was looking into like what's it called, like celiac.
Yeah, celiac disease. Yeah, that's definitely man-made. That's definitely from our agricultural practices.
Look at symptoms. There.
You're looking on Google, that is literally
Looking at
CIA. Like
Cleveland,
they're gonna tell you what
Cleveland
they
Clinic.
want you to know. You're not gonna get real information from there.
Symptoms: stomach pain, bloated stomach, gas,
Yeah,
constipation, diarrhea, vegetables.
yeah. Guess who pays for that?
Symptoms
There's definitely a medical. Yeah.
of iron deficiency anemia, such as weakness and fatigue, pale complexion, cold hands, brittle nails, uh, headaches, mouth sores.
Mm.
Fun. I just need to like I don't to have like a gut cleanse or something, so I
You
can
just
actually
need
like
to
get rid
eat.
of
Yeah, you
everything.
just need to eat whole foods. Why not just
Oh,
look at different recipes and stuff? I mean, you can't
I
make
can't make
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
I have a microwave.
Why don't you get a hot plate and then you can get a pan and cook on the hot plate?
I have like a week and a half left.
Oh,
So.
true, true, true. Yeah. Just tough it out, Carrie. Eat as horrible as you possibly can for a week and a half.
But like then I eat less because I'm like, well, what's the point if I'm just gonna feel like gross afterwards?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, so
It's a trap.
so I just like eat less because it's just easier that way.
Mhm.
Um, oh, I really want to get like an algebra workbook thing
Algebra workbook.
because I like doing math that I know, like following formulas and stuff.
Yeah, I saw this TikTok that was like this girl doing calculus for
Oh,
fun.
yeah, that's where I got it from. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, you should. That would be good for your
And,
brain.
yeah,
That'd be
and
fun.
then oh yeah, so okay, this isn't like confirmed or anything, but Kirsten was saying that like she wants Noelle to be in our duplex
Hmm.
next year. And I'm like, well, that's Simba. She's like, no, we can't have Simba or whatever. And then like ask mom about it. She's like, no, yeah, don't. Like she won't let me have Simba in my apartment. I'm like,
Well, you're
that
gonna
is
have
like,
a You guys will have a
Crush.
car, so you'll be able to like see him.
But like I want him like with me because like mom doesn't really like him that much. Rocco doesn't really like him that much.
But I'll be there, so I'll like him that much.
Like he's literally, I know he misses me because like he like sleeps in my bed
Hmm.
all day or like, and I know that like I'm his person because like
Yeah,
he knows
yeah.
me.
Like when Crew's not there, carries his person. Yeah,
But that, I'm just saying because I just feel like does he shit everywhere? Yes, but like whatever. Like
yeah. It's only once a day. It makes you feel
he does
accomplished,
it.
like you did
He
something
does
because
it,
you cleaned up after.
and he does it in the morning. He doesn't like do it. He doesn't do it like multiple times a day,
Yeah,
and he does it in the same spot.
he
So
just takes a morning shit, just like a human.
like it's not that. And then she was saying that like, oh, but like Noelle doesn't like Simba. But I mean, like they don't mind each other. Like they don't. It's not like they
Yeah,
fight or anything.
yeah.
They just
Definitely compared to the other cats. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just like,
Curry, my next talking point, and the last one that I have written down, is the setup when we're in Michigan. Where do
oh,
you want to have the setup?
that's my next one.
Oh, really?
How we're gonna do it?
Yeah, because I want to have like a little, I want to actually like create something that looks fun. And,
Or you're thinking, how are we gonna like record it or like?
well, I know that. I have a tripod, we'll record off a phone, and my mic, and you'll have a mic. And we just need to figure out what angle to record at, where to record, and kind of have a couple things so we can just set it up. Because I think that would be fun if we like created something
Maybe
that has aspects of both of our personalities in the background. You know what I
I
mean?
might like wait, how you
Like
gonna?
Carrie stuff, Carew stuff. Just to be like, if it's on video, you want to have um the vibe of each of the hosts. You know what I'm saying? It's just a creative endeavor.
Where are we gonna do it at?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, I'm visualizing in the basement
Yeah.
and probably there.
Also, it's gonna be warm, so we could do it outside too.
That
Like,
would be fun. Yeah, we
like,
should definitely should do it outside.
in the field and the grass with like two lawn chairs and just like
Yeah, or we could go in the woods, put chairs down. Yeah, that'd be fun. That's a good idea. Maybe not inside. We could just do it outside.
that'd be nice. With the sun and everything, it'll be warm.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And then we could have guests.
Hmm. We'd have Simba.
So, but like I'm taking Simba with me. Like I don't care. Like I
Hmm.
need emotional support, and he likes me the best, and I know he likes me. And it's like with everybody says, oh yeah, like Angelia was saying that like she doesn't like Simba because like he doesn't let her pet him or like do that, and like that's how he is with everybody except for me. Like with me, he'll like run up to me and like want me to pet him, but like with nobody else, he doesn't like care. You know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Get
Or
my cat.
he'll like want me to pet him, and then I'll pet him, and then he's like, "That's too much," and then he scratches me. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
because
buddy. Okay."
with me, with him and I, we have like a mutual understanding. Like I can tell when he's getting like,
Yeah, same. Yeah, like when I'm doing too much, then I'll be like, "Okay, I'm done."
well, you like pet him weird. You're like, I don't know how you do it, but
Okay,
it's just
no,
like
what I do
you're like
basically is
this.
what I do is the way that I want to be pet, which is from the top of my head down to my spine, which I imagine feels amazing.
I just do his head. I do it like on his bald patches by his ears because I know he likes that.
I do
And
it like from his cheek. I know he loves getting
his
both of his cheeks at the same time pet, and
with where
then
his
kind of
whiskers are.
yeah, and then
Um,
kind of walking through it, and then also petting his sides at the same time. I
yeah.
can't wait to pet him.
But he doesn't like being picked up anymore. He used to
No,
not
no.
mind me picking him up, but
Maybe it's like a stomach thing. Maybe it hurts him when he gets picked up.
or he's just getting older, so he's like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that'll be fun to see him.
he was seen before me. Um, okay, so oh yeah, and then I just thought of this before we started recording. Remember the SpongeBob episode where he like Gary goes missing and the song is like
Yeah.
"Here You Come Home."
Mm-hmm.
That's so like Simba is for me, like "Here I Come Home."
Mm-hmm. Just imagining him singing that in his head.
Yeah, not Gary. Simba is kind of like Gary. I feel like.
For real. Yeah. Definitely. I love how rotund Simba is. He looks like a little Fibonacci
What's that?
spiral. Just like that spiral that gets bigger as you go out. It's a
Oh yeah,
mathematical like
yeah, yeah.
graph or whatever.
But
Yeah.
I also feel like bad for Noelle because like, she's just like nobody does anything with her. I feel like. But, like Angela, she's been going in Angelia's room lately.
Yeah.
She likes Angelia.
That's good.
And then Rocco had Joe or Bobby on. She was laying on.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Like Rocco, it's like Rocco, Bobby, and Dexter. Like that's the gang.
Yeah. That's cute.
Oh, I saw a Florida license plate today.
Damn, what are they doing in Michigan?
I don't. That's like the third one I've seen.
I mean, I guess it's almost the summer, so maybe it's just people going up there when it's cooler, when it's too hot in Florida.
Yeah. You know the song "Anxiety" by Doechii? Ever heard that?
Never.
Okay. Well, remember that song that Dad used to play called like "Someone I Used to Know" by like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have that in an album in a playlist called Dad's Favorite Song.
yeah. Well, she used the instrumental of that and like made her own song on top of that.
That's cool.
So I feel like we could do something like that.
Yeah. I've been like noticeably getting better at like making music because I'll make it
Do you
pretty
like do
much.
it every day?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And yeah, like I made some today, played guitar, and I'm definitely like understanding how to make like stuff sound better. So yeah, it's fun. That's the only good thing in my life right now. The only thing keeping me
Mine
alive.
is mine is probably going to the gym. I like
Yeah, I
going to
bet. Yeah,
that every day.
you're in the beginnings of the gym, so it's
And then
probably just the best thing
the
ever.
honeymoon phase for now.
Like literally, imagine you haven't been in the gym. You're 19 years old, right?
Like,
And after all that time, you're first experiencing like the rush of like endorphins from using your muscles and like fatiguing them, you know? But
yeah.
I've been doing it for a couple years, so it's more of like it feels a little bit more like a chore, but it still does feel good when I go.
I was like I've been trying to get like a because I had like an app routine or routine that I would do,
Hmm.
but then like I'm like getting stronger, so it's like not as it doesn't feel like it's like effective or whatever anymore. So I like was trying to like up it or like do more. So now I have that.
I can't really read it. But
Yeah. I do
did you add more or what?
yeah, yeah. I have a 1 minute plank,
Okay,
a 1 minute flutter kick,
okay,
or those kicks that you did,
yeah,
and then 30 leg raises.
okay.
But I do it in sets of 10, so like after 10, I take a second, and
Hmm.
then I do 100 heel touches.
Oh yeah, that's the side to side thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I do 100 because like if I just do like 20 or something, I don't feel it.
yeah. You want
But
to
if I
go
just
until you feel it.
yeah, I just keep going until like I fail, and that's usually like 100. And then I do another 1 minute plank, and then I do 100 bicycle kicks. Then I do 20 leg raise crunchers.
Okay,
So
yeah,
like
yeah. Like
you lift your
like
legs and
kind of
then like
sit in
you
a
go up.
V. Yeah.
Or I like put my legs like all the way up and then like, I like go up.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Do that.
No, Carrie, how
I really
often do you exercise your abs like this?
I usually do it every time I go.
By how often throughout the week?
I try to go maybe like 6 days a week.
Holy fuck. That's why. Wait, can you see your abs?
Like I'm kind of bloated right now, so you can't really see anything.
Okay, but
Like
what I'm saying
when
is
I
like you have to give yourself more time to recover so that your muscles will
yeah,
grow. If you just
well
keep doing it every
my
day, they
well
won't
my
grow.
well my thing is that like 'cause I want to get as much in at the gym as possible before I leave college. Because like when I go back for the summer, I might I'm gonna try to do it, but like I might not be able to like do it as much or whatever.
Well, I'll be there. I'll do it with you, so it'll be easy. Because I
Well, like
need to exercise.
I usually go. So yeah, but like that's kind of I'm just gonna because I want to be at the gym as much as I can before I leave because that's like my safe place. So
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like
Like
the
I
for
did
the
see that
muscle growth, like if you want to see your abs, like
I
yeah,
did see that because like when I was
that's,
sick for a week and I couldn't go to the gym, like what like after I went, I could like do more weight
hmm
and I added a bunch more weight to what I could do. So like I definitely got more. But I when I flex, I can see more of an outline. But if I'm just like normal, I can kind of see it, but like not really.
yeah.
So
They say abs are made in the kitchen, so it's all about the diet. Make sure
yeah.
you get enough
Well,
protein
but like
and
me,
carbohydrates and fats.
like also with like school food, it's hard. But
Exactly. Yeah, it is
that's why
hard.
I'm excited for like next year that I can actually like
Yeah,
do that. And then I do. Do you remember like a pigeon stretches? Do you know those?
I don't think so.
It's for like the splits, kind of. Just pretend this is my legs. You have one leg out like this, and then one is like bent,
Okay.
kind of like that. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
So you're stretching one leg at a time.
Yeah. But like one leg is like this, like in a U shape, and then the other is like straight. So like
Okay.
you're stretching your like your
Quad.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I do 40 reps with 6 pounds. And I like a week ago I could only do five, but now I can do
Wait,
6
for what?
arms.
Oh, you do
I do
40 reps with 6 pounds. They have 6 pound dumbbells.
yeah.
They have dumbbells that go up by 1 pound each.
Yep.
What the fuck? I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, I do bicep curls. This thing is
Yeah,
side lateral raises and then
yeah,
front raises.
that's good.
I was kind of thinking of doing back
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, well, if you want to start that, basically just basically do what you're doing now. Take the dumbbells, bend
I'm
over
just
so
making
your
sure.
back is flat, and then
Yeah.
do it, and then that'll get like this part because you're going like this,
Yeah.
Because right now you're doing this and you're doing this, so you're getting the
Yeah.
posterior and the deltoid, but you want the anterior as well.
Yeah. And then I have for cardio, I do a 9 to 10 incline at 3 miles per hour for like 30 minutes.
Do you hold on to the railing? Or okay, that's good.
Nope.
Yeah, because I saw that somebody was saying like they do max incline for 30 minutes at like 3 miles an hour, and that burns a lot of fat for them. But I think your thing is mostly muscle building, so you got to focus on the protein. Get your protein in, get 100 grams at
Yeah.
least, which is hard to do. But if you do that, you'll see more muscle growth.
I'm definitely, well, I'm just like, right now, I'm just like getting used to the gym and just like
Yeah,
being consistent with that. And then like next year, I'll like do, fix my diet and like do
yeah,
something
yeah.
like
Just take it in
that.
steps. Yeah.
And then for the twist machine,
hmm
I do 70, I do 10 reps. And I do 70, 90, 90.
Okay, that's good.
Because I don't want to train my obliques too much.
Yeah.
Because then it just like makes it like wider
Yeah, it
or
makes it
whatever.
more like this, and you want
Yeah.
to be you're going for more of the, like the V
Yeah.
taper. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I just do it like a little bit? Just like
Mhm.
do something. But yeah. And usually it takes me, if I like take my time with it, it takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
That's good.
And then when I think I told you about this, but I have like an idea, like a short film music video idea for like Royal Lotus.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing cardio, I just like play the same, it's like 4 or 5 songs, and I just like replay it, just like think about it.
Hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
write. I'm gonna write the script for it because
Yeah. Yeah. Like the outline, so you can like it'll say like shot exterior or whatever. So what? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was gonna say you should write it down so then you have it like in material and not
yeah,
just in your head to forget about it.
yeah, yeah. But I probably won't be into anything because like by the time I'll be able to work with them, it's gonna be like a few years, so they'll be like that. But
Yeah, there's always a small chance that something just
like
happens
maybe
magically.
yeah. That is like in general, I really want to.
Yeah, yeah. And you should just try to figure out. You could definitely probably, if you have a portfolio, you could like email their business people and do something with them. Because if you're serious enough about it, you just gotta do things that show how serious you are about it. Carrie, what should I do the rest of the day? I'm thinking maybe go to the gym. I'm
Yeah,
gonna hit biceps and abs,
what do you do for apps?
just sit ups. I was either gonna do the machine or just do sit ups on the decline.
Wait, do you use the machine with like the plates?
No, I do the one with the pulley system that like.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. When I'm with somebody, I'll do the one with the plates, like the
Mhm.
this thing. And that last time I did it, I got to like 110.
Yeah, the thing is with that one,
Or not 110.
I don't like that you have to like use your arms to pull. I like
Oh, that,
the other one that you put your elbows on the pad and then you push down. It feels like it's more
yeah.
using my abs, you know?
Well, with this one, I can never, I have to have someone spot me because I can never get it off the thing. So then I just have them like get it off, and then I do
Yeah,
like 10 like small ones like
yeah,
that.
that's true because yeah, the
So I
hardest part
don't
of the
like
range of
forcing.
motion is the end, you know, getting it from
Yes.
there to there. But like this, you can do that and then you get that contraction.
I can do like, I think I did like 10 or 15 pounds last time, and it's like,
Oh, I think you said
no,
110.
no, 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 no.
I was like, holy shit.
I forgot how much like that. I think
Yeah.
that was 10 or 15, but I like doing weights because you can actually like, I feel like you can feel the muscle more.
Yeah, it gives the resistance. Yeah.
So I feel like, but I have the ones with the pads. I haven't done that in a minute, like a while.
For some reason, that
Because
one
A,
only feels like it works out the top abs, not like the bottom ones, you know?
for me, I don't really feel it in my abs ever. I only feel it like in my arms.
Really.
So I don't know why. And then my feet always lift up the ground, off the ground, so I can never
Yeah, true.
get like a good thing. And I can do like, I do 45, 50, 55.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, but
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do just like light, like 20 pound, 30 pound curls until I fail. And then I'll do abs on the decline, like board. That'll be fun.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm hungry. I can't wait to eat. I'm gonna make food.
you making your beef and rice.
Yeah, I bought a different rice this time because I've been eating this Spanish rice. Tastes amazing. But I got this, I think it's butter and garlic. So I'm gonna see how that tastes. Also, bro, this meat that I bought, because the guy that I met at the park when I was working out with
Oh
him,
yeah,
he,
Carlos.
yeah, he was saying to eat the meat that has more fat in it, because I was eating 93.7, so it was 93 lean, 7% fat. And he was saying, you should get the 80/20 because that's builds like your frame more, like muscle. And I was like, okay. The problem with that is that there's so much fucking grease in this shit. I literally have to spoon it out of the pan and put it in the garbage can. So, but yeah,
Did you
like
like get his? How did you meet Carlos?
I was just went there to work out because I was like, I don't want to go to the gym, so I just went to the calisthenics thing at the park. and I was doing those, and then I went to do pull-ups, and he was doing them. He was like, "Oh, you want to use this one? Because that one's broken." I was like, "Okay." Then I just started talking to him. Yeah,
How is he
I
like?
really,
Is he like your age or how old
yeah,
is he?
yeah, he's 19, and he's engineering and biology major. But I was thinking about like people our age really, they really have a fucking something they know they want to do. Like I don't understand how he wants to do that. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
feel like most people like they just go into like business or nursing or whatever just because like it's
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
like they,
I think he was saying, "Oh, yeah, they make good money." So he wants, and I was
yeah.
like, and yeah, everything is job centric. And I was like, I'm not trying to fucking do this shit
Like with
to
me,
work for my life.
like with me, like I want to do like multiple things. I don't want to just be focused on
Hmm.
one thing. You know what
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean?
not. I'm not trying to be like a company man who gets like a
No,
degree
yeah,
to work at a
yeah,
company for fucking 40 years.
yeah. I want to be like freelance and just like do my own thing.
Yeah, but also that's hard because it's makes it feel like impossible to make money and survive that way. But it is possible. Just got to figure it out. What I've been thinking about is once I'm in Michigan and have a job and saving up money, once I get a car, I'm gonna start doing stand up. Just drive around to clubs every single day, go up. Because I really think that if I'm just doing that all the time, I can make that work.
If you stay consistent with it and like you keep getting better at it,
Yeah, because I've been
um,
like
you
writing
should,
jokes
and
and
then you
thinking
should
about stuff. So
post it on like TikTok because that's how you
yeah, yeah.
set up.
I really just want to be like on the road, going to clubs, doing a little show, making some money, going to another
Yeah,
one.
this
Keep
one kid
going.
in my film class, he's in a band. And he was on like tour. He was on like a tour for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and he just got back.
Yeah, I think because like I can't really play guitar right now to the level where I can like do a show like that, but I think I'm capable of being on stage for a few minutes and like saying some jokes and just kind of like yeah, because I do like comedy a lot, and I think if I pursue that, I might be happy
Yeah,
and not want to kill myself. So that's good. But yeah, I have to get a car first, and then I can do that.
yeah.
Because
What Kirsten always says to me, she like thinks that I have it easy in life because I like barely have any work or like I don't like really have to do anything. But then like I don't think that because like I always have this like anxiety that like there's no set path for me after college, like Kirsten. So like I have to like I don't know what I'm doing after college or like I don't know like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
same.
Like
Yeah.
there's just anxiety about
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing now. Like I never know what I'm doing, you know?
yeah, I'm kind of just like flowing
Yeah.
flowing through life, just doing whatever.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking about this because like the only time I feel like I'm alive is when I'm drinking or doing drugs. But that's like just because I'm at this phase of my life. So I think
Yeah.
my theory is that I should just keep doing that and I'll get bored eventually and then I'll just be clean. Because I do feel like I want to be clean, but just not right now. Like, I feel like I
I feel
should go through a phase where I'm
like
always drinking and doing drugs. Because it's like,
yeah, like once you have like some sort of stability in your life that like
yeah,
you like
like, yeah,
financially or like whatever,
exactly,
that'll
exactly.
be like
But right now, it just feels like, because otherwise I would just
because
sleep all day. Because
because I'm like
there's,
then you could just like go like travel or like do
hmm
your own
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So yeah, hopefully I'm right about that, but I don't know.
Like what Kirsten just said.
So, bro, Kirsten's going to fucking Iran.
She was telling me the other day that like when Riley Green dies, she wants to get shot by the Taliban.
Wait, who's Riley Green?
You know who Riley Green is? I'll let Kirsten explain on her podcast, on her episode, so she can explain Riley
Yeah,
Green.
bro, we're gonna have so many guests when we go up there.
We're gonna have I feel like
Rocco.
Trinity, for Trinity, I feel like I could like not mold her, but like we kind of like the same things and we kind of like want to pursue the
You
same.
could work together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
we're
feel.
like
Yeah,
I have to write. I'm gonna write. You remember that like short film idea that I had?
yeah. You're gonna do it with Trinity. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna write the script for it,
that's
and
a good idea.
but I have to somehow get the like permission to use the song.
Not unless only you only have to do that if you're actually
Oh
making
yeah.
money off of it.
Well, because I
Which,
want
yeah,
if it's like good, if it actually like turns out good and like I don't know, I like it.
yeah. But the only
Then
way to
I
find
could like,
out if it turns out good is just do it. You know,
but
because think
like,
about that.
well, like I'm
The
gonna,
goal should be that they actually take it down because it's so good that it got popular, and
yeah,
that they have to take it down legally. That's a good thing if you get to that point. So you should try to focus everything
yeah, yeah,
and make it to where it's seen by them.
yeah.
Because you can definitely
Um,
do that.
well, because I
Trust me.
wanna, if it's good, I wanna like do it or submit it to like festivals
Yeah,
or whatever. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
I just like don't know what I'm doing after college because I follow
What you should
this.
do is just always pursue a project. Never don't work on a project. Always be having a project to work on the next day and the next day and the next day.
Yeah, and then, um, yeah, and then I'm excited to work on my script over the summer.
Yeah, that'll be
Hopefully,
good.
hopefully I get
I
far
feel like
enough.
you can probably finish it.
Well, I got through 2 episodes last summer.
Well, think about it, because I'll be there. So then it'll be like more of an influence to work on it. And if you need to like talk through like challenges in writing it, we can
Yeah,
talk about it and figure out like what you're trying to
yeah.
do, you
I
know?
just, I just want to be in the middle of like making it, of like filming it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Yeah, you also have to like network with people
Yeah,
and find people that can help you make your projects that you want to, because you can't like make everything just by yourself. You gotta
yeah,
have people you're doing it with.
yeah. You know that Bible verse that was in Nope.
I don't think so.
It was I forget how you say this. Nahum 3:6.
You gonna tell
Okay,
me it?
yeah. I said, I will pelt you with filth. I will treat you with a contempt, contempt. Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. I will pelt you with filth. I will treat you with contempt and make you a spectacle. That's that, and that was at the beginning of Nope. You think on that?
My favorite scene of that was when the monkey was about to fist bump the little Asian boy.
Oh yeah,
I
during that
I
whole
was I
monkey.
was so scared, and I was like, that was the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, because it's so like simple in a way,
Yeah.
but like I literally it was my second time watching it, but I was literally like this the whole
No,
time.
literally, like I was
Like
watching
I
it
can't
with my
say
phone, and then I was like,
yeah.
I turned down the volume, pushed it away, and I was like, I'm not putting that too close because
No,
I'm
yeah, what I used to do, I used to just like put my phone into my pillow and just be like,
yeah, yeah,
that's how I want this show to like have people feel in like some moments. Just like,
yeah, and you just gotta find out what that feeling is and why you feel
mhm,
that way, which is basically just you're anticipating something bad is about to happen, you know.
yeah,
That's what. Uh, did you watch Inglorious Bastards? Remember the
that's
beginning
it.
scene? Yeah, with the Nazi, and it's like you kind of know he's gonna kill the people that they're hiding in the farmhouse,
Yeah.
and it's just like very tense. That's like the vibe you got to go with the show. Intensity and just
Um,
hold the tension.
yeah. Have you ever seen Days of Heaven?
Is it the one with it's shot like I think during golden hour and it
Yeah,
looks really nice, yeah.
yeah. You should watch it. But there's like this, if you can see that, it's
Yeah,
like a bird.
a crane.
Yeah, crane. You should watch it because it's really just beautiful. And I wanna, because I feel like nowadays with film, they don't really, with like Hollywood mainly, they don't care if like every single shot in a film looks good compared to like how it used to be
Yeah,
with Days of
because
Heaven.
yeah,
Like every shot had to look like beautiful.
yeah, because
Like
the origins of film is just photography because it's still images put together to make the movie a
or like
moving
with
picture.
Stanley Kubrick, what's that called? Barry Lyndon.
Yeah,
He
I've watched
made
that.
I've been meaning to watch it, but he I don't know if he said this, but like every shot is like a painting and it doesn't move at all.
Yeah,
I think I've never seen it, but just like cuts and like people just like stay still or something like a painting or
yeah,
something like that.
composing everything to make it look like its own artwork. You could just pause it
Like
and be like, there.
like with no, that's why I liked that final scene with Kiki Palmer because it was like a painting because it was like this beautiful background with the sunset and like the lighting and like I liked her facial expression.
I didn't like that part, but I liked when it showed the silhouette of OJ on the horse. I liked that, but I didn't like the Kiki Palmer thing.
Yeah. Um,
Also, the idea that like the objective was to take a picture of it, what would that do? There's real pictures of UFOs that I've seen from the fucking internet, like from the 70s. This naval officer took pictures while he was deployed, and they look fucking crazy, like a UFO shooting out of the clouds. And
well, I
just
well,
I don't know what the fuck a picture is gonna do. Like I don't know why that was the
that's kind
motive.
of like the point of it. It's like them exploiting it to make a spectacle out of it, to make money off of it,
Mhm.
like how they
Yeah,
did with Gordy and
yeah,
like the horses and everything.
yeah. I did like that they said it thought that it was that Earth is its home and that the people are not like as much of inhabitants as like the being is, which is kind of like comes from reality because there's a lot of theories that aliens are like underwater in the Bermuda Triangle in the Pacific. Um, I think maybe in the Mediterranean possibly or some shit. Uh, and that idea that the aliens are actually older than us and have been like civilized living here longer than us, because we think we're like the apex of Earth,
Mhm.
but there's like this underlying idea that we're not. We're just like ants walking
Yeah,
around Earth.
yeah, yeah. Mm. Um, yeah. And then I changed the year it's set in to 69
Oh yeah, you told me that.
to use Led Zeppelin in it.
Hmm. Yeah, that'll be
Because I was
cool.
listening to Communication Breakdown. I thought that'd be a good song to use because I like it. And but I like Googled it and it said it was released in I think March of 69. So, and I want everything to be like time period specific.
Mhm. Do you have like a backstory idea with the dad? Like why the dad is abusive?
Um,
Or is it just like randomly
I
he's
was
an
thinking,
abusive Christian man?
I was thinking, um, what did I? Because I did have an idea. I think I have to get my timeline. I need to get my time correct, but I think he was like in a war or something like that. Maybe Korean War. And like he somehow found God through that, or like
There's a
got
saying
open.
there's a saying that you could use. There's no atheist in a foxhole. A foxhole is like a hole dug in the ground by soldiers. They sit in there and fight. And basically, the saying is there's no atheist in a foxhole because when you're on the point of life or death, like fighting for your life like that, people don't. People always believe in their higher power.
Yeah.
So you could use that because that would be. Interesting. The
Yeah.
trauma of war caused him to be a religious fanatic
But I don't want,
and
but
abuse his
I,
family.
I kind of don't want like Jack to say like, oh, my dad was in war, like this happened
You
like that.
could just
Like it's,
show like a
I just want to,
2 second clip of the dad
or
fighting and being, and you could say there's no atheist in a foxhole. You,
or I would just say, or like Jack says to the chief in one scene that like his dad fought in Korea or whatever, and like
and then maybe the chief would be like, "Oh, there's no atheist in a foxhole." Maybe another person could say their own version of like, "Oh yeah, I was in the Korean War or whatever, and there's no atheist in a foxhole,"
or
and
like
that's
I
what.
was just, or just, or it would just like since if the audience is like smart, I don't know, like maybe then the audience could pick up, oh, he was in war, so he's probably traumatized by it. So
But that
maybe
doesn't excuse, that
also like
doesn't explain
I feel
like the
like
religious abuse. You want to explain religious abuse, you know? Maybe you should look up why religious abuse happens and how it starts, and then use that. Because if you use like a real instance of what causes it, it would make it more realistic, and the audience would feel more like, oh, it's not just like some crazy guy; it's like a traumatized guy.
oh yeah, and then in Nope, the girl who played the sister in that 40s sitcom,
Yeah.
and then like she has like a veil on it, like
Oh yeah, yeah,
that's based on like a true story.
yeah, yeah. A chimp. Because basically what they do is they go for that. Chimps are like closely related to humans, so they know that the important part of the body is the extremities and the face. So if they're attacking you, they'll rip your face off and take your
Yeah,
hands and your feet off.
they're, they're a chimp. I think the chimp's name is Trevor. I want to
Yeah,
say.
Trevor the chimp. Yeah,
And then the lady who got attacked, she like wore a veil on it, and she went on Oprah, and Oprah was like asking her all these like offensive questions, or I mean, was she, like the questions specifically, but I know there's like criticism towards like
I'm pretty sure Oprah is involved in like child trafficking, like sex trafficking. So yeah, that makes sense that she's a horrible person.
but then it coincides with like them wanting the Oprah moment and like
Oh yeah, yeah, that's in it. Like a nod to it. Yeah, it alludes to it.
yeah
I thought they could have done better. They could have made
yeah.
the movie better, but it was
Wait,
still
when
fun to
was it?
watch.
When was it released?
I want to say 2019, but I might be wrong.
2022.
Oh shit. Okay.
So they probably filmed
Oh
it
yeah.
during
Damn.
the pandemic, so they probably couldn't have like this big huge thing. I don't think, you know what I mean?
No, they definitely could have made it better. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of the time, like the more artistic a film is, the studios will stop that because they kind of want some bland shit for the audience to, take in, make it easier for them to digest.
Yeah,
If movies make people think too much, they're usually not distributed as much as like shittier movies. So it's definitely just like studio influence,
yeah.
doing it for the money. The more they mention Oprah, the more people will watch it or whatever the fuck.
Um. Oh, the cinematographer for like Christopher Nolan's films, Hoyt and Hoyt Cinema. I forget how you say his name.
I'm not familiar with them.
But, like he's done the cinematography for like every single one of Nolan's films, and he did it for Note.
Yeah, I did like the cinematography. It was good. The sound, like
I
that.
liked the very like wide shots. How it's like far away, like you know what I mean?
I did enjoy the coloring of it. It was good. I liked the his Kaluuya's like black skin with the orange that he was wearing. That was a good contrast. And yeah, the coloring was pretty good.
Yeah. Um, see what else I had. Um, Have you ever heard of the book Chaos?
By
And it's about,
Tom O'Neill.
I know the author, but it's about like the Manson murders and the
Tom
CIA.
O'Neill. Yep.
I'd like to read it. And I
Yeah. Do
know,
you know what it's about?
not specifically, but I also know
I
there's a
can.
documentary. I know there's a documentary about it.
So basically, you know MK Ultra.
It's,
Charles Manson was one of the figureheads of that.
yeah.
Uh, he had a therapist or something that dosed him with LSD, taught him how to control people, like mind control people. And anybody who was involved in the Manson family, if they went to jail, they were let out. Um, Basically, it was a operation to kind of stain the hippie movement with like evil, satanic, uh, just evil people that kill people instead of because the hippie movement was popular after the anti-war movement, which was the hippie movement, all the drugs and shit all
Yeah.
came from the CIA. That was all influenced by the CIA because the anti-war movement during the 60s was so effective that they had to find a way to stop it. So they started introducing the public to psychedelics for the music. You can also look at this thing, Laurel Canyon, which is where a lot of the artists were from that were making music there. It all goes back
Oh,
to
Jaden
the
Smith has a
CIA.
song called
Hmm?
The Laurel Canyon. Jaden Smith, he has a song called The Laurel Canyon.
Of course he does. Yeah. All of the fucking big music industry is all influenced by the government trying to control that because it's popular mass media that can influence the population in ways that they want to. The CIA used to, they started rap music while they also funneled Chinese guns and crack cocaine into urban communities to make them just more like disorganized. So then kids look up to people who kill people and people who do drugs rather than community leaders, you know. And it's worked very effective.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should definitely read Chaos. That's good. Good book.
You have a meaning to read it.
Yeah.
Um,
Like that might be the start of your red pill once you understand like
it
how
is a red
far
book.
once
Cover.
once you understand how far the government is willing to go to like control the thoughts and ideas of the population through mind control techniques, it's very eye-opening. So yeah, you should definitely read that because that might get you into it more like my kind of I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to show you my astronomy homework in my
Paper?
lab? Yeah, my lab.
What do you mean astronomy paper?
I think I texted you about this. Not, it's like a lab binder
Okay.
of like work I've done. I can't even see it.
No, it's pretty blurry.
I need, bro. Okay, I actually want to figure this out because I want to get a new laptop, kind of.
Okay.
It's
Look
like mine
up
is.
look up refurbished MacBook Airs. You can find one that's under $1,000, probably like $700, and that'll do you well.
Yeah,
Because I just bought it from Apple, but it's fucking expensive as fuck.
it's one for 269.
Yeah. Make sure you get one of them with the either the M1 chip, the M2 chip, the M3 chip, or the M4 chip, because those are the silicone chips that Apple made.
Which one does the 2019 version have?
I don't know, maybe the M1. Yeah, the M1. I think that's when they started. Yeah, they changed to silicone.
That's
Twen-
269. Wait, that's actually
Hmm.
not a bad one. Because
But
like, do you see this like this camera quality that's happening
mhm.
here?
Yeah, I would just get a cheap MacBook Air. You can. I don't know how much money you have, but
Once
yeah,
I get a job and maybe mom and dad could split it.
yeah, that's what I did. I just worked, saved money, and paid for half of it, and
Have
then
you
I
applied to
just
anywhere
I,
yet?
I'm gonna apply to. the ferry or whatever, like the boat ferry.
That's yeah, that's what Angelina told me to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't do boats. Boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she also told me about the Orchard Market Bakery they're hiring,
Really.
and then I was gonna apply to AMC.
That's good. I might if you I might apply there too, because that'll be fun.
AMC, AMC,
Yeah.
because that's just like easier. Because then
Yeah, that's probably the
it's like how many
easiest.
people go to a movie theater during the summer?
Especially in Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh fuck nowhere.
and like I don't think there's any like really big movies coming out. So it's like Minecraft, but that's right.
Yeah. Even if there was, it wouldn't be like a huge thing.
You know,
Yeah.
so that'll be
Yeah.
not my
I
best.
might try to get in
You
there
should,
with you.
because then it's just like you're probably just like cleaning the theater, or just
Yeah,
like
that's what Miles would do. He'd just clean the
doing.
theater.
But I remember him like complaining about it, being like, because he has to do the same thing all the time.
Well, no, that was good. He would complain because there was this one girl that was really annoying to him that would always like nitpick and shit and just like tell him like what to do, even though she was just like his colleague, like the person that worked with him, not like his boss, you know. And he said that was really annoying, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because he said other than that, he was having a good time, like talking to his coworkers and just doing whatever.
I just, like wish we lived in Stewart because it's so much closer to everything. There's so much like more.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
we'll make it work.
yeah, yeah. So I was gonna do yeah, I was gonna do Orchard Market Bakery or just my main thing right now is just like AMC. That's
Same. Yeah, that's a good idea.
thing or like a store downtown. That's what I'm gonna look at. But
Yeah, maybe like Wesco or something, so I can steal cigarettes. Carrie, I have a good idea.
wait, do I look at forget what's going together?
Oh, because I was thinking about this today because he didn't steal that like laborers' cigarettes that
What?
were in his truck. So I was like, why don't I just go to
Do
a
you think
gas
the one that
station?
do you think the one that I saw had anything in it?
Carrie, that was a flattened package that was stepped on. Absolutely not. There was this container that had like a cart, like a weed cart in it, and it felt a little bit heavy. I was like, oh. And then I ripped it open, literally ripped it open. Not even. I was like, I need this shit. And then it was completely empty. It was just the package was a little bit heavy, and I was like, God damn it! So I just fucking chucked that shit. That made me
Wait, are you
sad.
so what are you gonna do with your card? Because
Um, just nothing. Just gonna wait until I have enough money. If I'm back in Florida in the future and I have money, then I'll renew it, and then I can like smoke weed again. But
and then
until
also
then, I just trying to get a car.
I've kind of decided because Kirsten has to stay, and I think Sophia
She has a
has to
what?
stay. Kirsten and Sophia, they have to stay here in
Oh,
Michigan for like another year. It's their 5 year. So I don't know, like a 5 year thing.
oh, okay.
So I'm probably just gonna stay in East Lansing for like another year. Just because, I don't know. And I'll probably just like work
Yeah, save up more money.
yeah. And then Rocco will graduate high school and then he'll probably go back to Florida college. So I'll just go with
Yeah,
him. Oh, do you hear about that? We'll probably can't say it.
bro. There was a wait. What were we gonna say?
I think we're saying the same thing.
You
That
said I don't think.
Epstein.
Oh, oh, bro. That was. Oh, I heard there was an earthquake in San Diego or L.A. and then I was like, oh, I'm not going there. But that was all I want to say, bro. There's a video of this fucking person walking by a person who got shot laying on the ground, and I was like,
Oh,
holy shit.
wait, you saw the video? Because I've heard about
Yeah,
this. You saw
yeah.
the
I
video?
saw the yeah this white.
You
I don't.
saw the
I
head?
think yeah. I think also I saw the video of the shooter shooting people, and I was like, I wish somebody fucking shot me.
And you like,
I've been fantasizing. I
you
don't know
post
if
it
I should
or
post
anything?
this, but I've been fantasizing about murdering people.
That's what I do all the time.
Yeah,
No, like genuine. Like,
yeah, same. Just like stabbing people. But what are you gonna do?
you think you like my eyes? I look like you with me.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
Do you
okay.
see how they're really like white? It's kind of like,
Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, yeah. Donna texted me. She was like, "Do you go to FSU?" And I was like, "No, I go to UCF." She's like, "Oh yeah, there's a shooting at FSU." And I was like, "Oh damn."
and then what? I heard that you remember the Parkland
Yeah.
shooting? There were kids from Parkland who go to FSU.
Hmm.
And then there at Michigan State shooting a few years ago, there were kids who went to Michigan State who also went to there's a shooting in like a Michigan high school and like they went to Michigan State and like had to go through that.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of the shooters that are like prevalent, they're on psychotic meds, and like this one Prozac can give you like serotonin syndrome or whatever, and then that can sometimes lead to people having violent outbursts, like shootings. So I have a feeling a lot of it is just big pharma fucking over kids, drugging them,
Or
and
just
then
like
no,
or
no,
just
that's what it like.
or
Mentally ill people don't
yeah,
get help they need; they get
yes.
drugs, like Miles and Kirsten, and then some of them have violent outbursts and kill people. Like that's why mom was saying like, "Kurt, do you want to be medicated?" I was like, "Fuck no, I will do something." You know what I'm saying? I'd
I
rather
know.
just be natural.
Then so then what are you gonna do?
Just hopefully get better in the future. But if I take medication, I'll probably do something.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised that like mom hasn't like said anything to me or like
About
about
what?
just like about like my like well-being or whatever.
That's because you didn't say that you were thinking about like cutting yourself.
Yeah, because I don't say
And
anything. I just keep it to myself.
yeah, well, it's hard to keep it to yourself. Well, it's easier to do that when you're living with your sister and you're like, right, I don't have anybody here, so I'm like really fucking spiraling. And I don't have any, I don't, you live with a person, so you see another person. I
I
don't
never
really see
really
anybody.
talk to her. Never
Exactly,
really.
but you at least are in the presence of other people and like you see them and talk to Kirsten at least. You have at least one person, which is at least it's all you need.
Hey, so do you see my eyes? How they look darker?
Yeah, how did they get, did you have a light on? Oh.
In a big way.
Oh,
See my
that's what
eyes now?
changed.
I
I
have like
see your eyes, yeah.
I'll show you Kelly. Do you not know Kelly Murphy?
Yeah, I don't know what his eyes look like.
I'm gonna show you. Oh, have you ever heard of the show Hannibal?
Yeah,
You should watch it. I feel like you like.
maybe. I don't really want to watch like TV shows and movies because it feels like it's just like bullshit propaganda that's trying to tell me something. Of course, no, because I kind of want to be learning actual things happening in the real world, not like
So,
dulling myself with,
so but I really can't even see it. How fuck? Wait, wait, you can't even see it though. Fuck.
bro, it looked like he was going like that
You see his eyes, kind of.
a little bit. The brightness is too. Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, and then look at mine.
Wow, just like Killian Murphy.
Oppenheimer.
You look like a Peaky Blinder. Where does the name Peaky Blinder come from?
Um, I think like I get why they're called that, but like I
Okay,
can't.
tell me why, if you get it.
They're like peeking in because this was in like the tens or
The
20s.
tens.
Because it was before
But
what
what
like
is the peeking in to what?
peeking into like businesses or whatever, and then
Into like corporate espionage,
yeah,
which is what happens today. That's what the CIA does.
Peaky fucking blinders.
Hmm.
Peaky blinders.
Yeah, I wonder.
I watched some of it until like
I thought you watched all of it,
no, I stopped because
bro. The funniest shit is when he's like having the gun to his head and the camera like like goes up to him. And he's like, that shit's so fucking funny.
yeah. Well, I watched it until like um Grace dies, which you don't know what I'm talking about, but
No idea.
you do.
No, I said I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, the character dies, and like
Why
it's
do you
not
keep looking out the window?
because
Fucking
like it was said it's supposed to be sunny out, and it's cloudy, and it looks like some
stupid. At least it's warm.
yeah.
You should go walk outside.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make dinner. I'm hungry.
you at the gym.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Hopefully. So yeah. Anything else, Carrie?
Maybe I'll take a rest day tonight. Should I take a rest? Because went. I've gone every day except for Wednesday.
Yeah, if you feel like you want to take a rest day, that means your body's telling you to take a rest day.
No, but I don't.
If you feel like you want to go, you should go. If you feel like you don't want to go, you
I
shouldn't
mean,
force
you just
yourself.
said something like, "Oh, you should take more rest days. You shouldn't be going to the
Oh
gym
yeah,
every."
because your body needs time to recover from like the using your muscles. I mean, I don't know how hard you're training, but like when I train, I'm like going to failure, so I need to rest because my muscles are sore and
Well,
my body
I
hurts.
think, because like I'm like short, more petite. Like I do a lot with my body, with like exercising. But it's
Mhm.
not but I have like a good endurance. So I'm not like
But I'm
down.
talking about like muscle fatigue. So like when you're doing it, you're probably doing more of like an endurance reps where you're just going for endurance rather than like strength, which is different effects on the muscles and recovery. So yeah, if you're just doing the movements and just feeling good, go do them. But if you feel like you need to rest because you can't do that much, then take a rest day.
And then, because I did the math or counted last night, and I think in the middle of May it'll be, 75 hard.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of started that. Not like really truly started it, but it's gonna be
You
like
did
75.
75 soft.
I don't know. It's gonna be like 75 days in the middle of May since I like really started going to the gym and like
That's good.
doing that. So,
Yeah, just the only thing if you want to see those abs pop out, just get that protein intake up. You know what I'm saying?
but I gotta send you this girl on TikTok because I like what she says about like protein or like um healthy foods that aren't really like healthy because of like the sugar and stuff in them.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah,
I'll send you it because I feel like you like it. But
hmm
and also, there's not really a lot of like protein stuff.
yeah. That's because most of the food supply is carbs and fat and sugar because it's the most addictive to the human body. Because in nature, it's hard to find salt and fat and sugar, and it's easier to find protein if you're like hunting. So that's why it's addictive.
Yeah, yeah. Um, or and then on the 22nd of April will be a year since like started listening to oil since I discovered
Wow.
and since I started listening to them. So
Did
like
you start
a
listening
year's.
to them like on TikTok or what?
I found them on because because their cover of Linger came out, and then before that,
Oh,
Murder on the
okay.
Dance Floor came out. So it's like really like back back to back like viral things happen to them. So like I listened to like the covers and I was like, yeah. Yep. And then I started listening to them for like a year straight.
Yeah.
And only them.
I'm excited to go to Michigan because I feel like I'll be able to like use my voice more because I really want to like be making full songs, because I feel like that will
Also,
actually help me like
also
get
like
better.
when I don't talk to anybody like the whole day,
Yeah.
like I just feel like really depressed and sad because I'm like talking to
Yeah,
people.
I only talk to a person, have a conversation once a week, so I feel happy now, but the rest of the week I'm gonna feel like shit. Actually, I'm going
You
to
talking about me, like talking about me,
both of us. That's how humans work.
or talking to me, like,
Oh yeah, you're the only person I have a conversation with.
dude,
So,
I rarely tell Kirsten like, oh, why don't you call Curry because he's like bored and like doesn't have anything to do, and then
mhm.
she doesn't. Like,
No, I'm just sleeping on the floor, Carrie.
why do you sleep on the floor?
It's I don't know. I just feel for some reason I have a horrible back pain when I'm in my bed, like lower back pain. Sometimes I'll twist my body in a way, and then I'll accidentally stay like that for a while, and then be like, "Oh fuck!" But when I go on the floor and I just go down, it feels a little bit better. So I don't know.
No, who don't like Japanese people sleep on the floor? Yeah, like that, like
Something like that. Yeah,
something like this.
yeah. Yeah, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go make food.
Bro, also for my classes for my finals, I don't have any like final exams, but they're all I have 5 projects.
Damn, what do they do?
Two are due on the 30th, and then two are due on the 28th, and then
So you have
they're,
10 to 12 days to do 5 things.
yeah, and like two of them are like a video I have to make, or like
Great. That is, I
like
remember
five.
that thing I was gonna make about Barry for my class. I haven't gone to class. I haven't gone to any of my
Well,
classes. I'm not
that's
doing
a
any of
mom
my
that's
work.
that's a mom said that like you're failing class or whatever.
Yeah, because I don't care about doing school. I'm just all I think about is just getting a car, doing comedy, and making beats.
So you're just gonna like drop out.
Yeah, because it's not gonna like it's
And you're just like wasting money anyway.
exactly, and it's just I'm either getting propagandized or told wrong information or just sitting there and just being indoctrinated about some bullshit, you know?
And then you'd have time to like make music or
Yeah. Well, no, I do have time to make music. It's just I don't like forcing myself to be somewhere where I know information is wrong and I'm not speaking up about it because I've been doing that for months, not speaking up about it, and I just can't do that anymore. So I'm just not gonna go, and that's what I haven't been going since like the week before spring break. I didn't attend class a single day. Stayed inside and
you told me.
was very depressed. And I also missed one of my exams for one of my classes. I had no idea I missed it. I was like, what the fuck? They had an
Well, what
exam?
about don't you have like your geography class that you like?
Yeah. 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 That's the only one that I like.
You could have just gone to that one.
Yeah. But then it's like, why would I just go to one class? So it's like,
Because
why is,
you like the content you're learning. Because you
yeah.
told me that's like it's interesting to you.
Yeah. But in the long run, I'd rather just focus on music and
It was only like an hour
thinking
long.
about jokes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's not actually like, yeah, but it's like, I don't,
and then you go out and do some things and you see.
mhm.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a too late to maybe
Exactly. Yeah. It's like I've already been missing
like.
everything.
Oh, then
It's
isn't this like your final week?
yeah, next week is like the final exams or whatever. I have to like make an appointment to like check out of this place. Probably not gonna do that shit. I'm just gonna leave. I'm like, fuck you guys. I don't give a fuck. Oh my God. I've literally thought about throwing this chair out the window and jumping out with it, so I don't care. Oh my God. I'm gonna go get drunk. You, Carrie.
Well, with what else?
I was just drinking. Um, my roommates. I've been drinking all of his alcohol, and
This has he not said anything?
he said something a few months ago, and if he says something else, I'm gonna stab him. So he should be prepared for getting stabbed because those bottles are empty. I've been filling them with water and just slowly keep getting drunk.
Yeah, I remember mom caught you like filling up
Yeah, I don't
her
know.
body.
I didn't even think
It's like,
about that.
dude, like what?
Yeah, I was like,
It's,
this will be
and they just tried to like get a drink, but it was like frozen, and
yeah, because I
it's like
filled it with
alcohol,
water.
like alcohol doesn't.
Alcohol does not freeze. So, so yeah.
So are you gonna be like drinking like that at Aunt Jen's or like
Oh yeah,
yeah, well, cure some?
but at least I'll hopefully have a job. So then that'll make me feel like I'm doing something.
Then we can like record and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it won't be as bad as before. I feel like I'll have more control because, like,
He's kind of like learned.
yeah, yeah, I'm understand what I'm doing.
And we have the bear to watch. And
Yeah, I have more things to look forward to, and I'll be around my family, like physically around my family, so I'll feel better. So yeah,
wait, what was? We need to make a list of what we need to watch.
the bear, um,
Barry.
Barry, yeah, Barry. Um,
Is that it?
I think that was the only two that we
Oh,
thought
I
of.
think you should leave.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. See, because
Oh,
my thinking is like, why not fucking do drugs and drink alcohol until I'm bored of them and they don't give me as much like satisfaction as they do, you know? Because like that does like why who the fuck gets sober at 19 years old and stays sober the rest of their life? Nobody. Fuck no. I'm gonna do what I do and do what I want until I don't want to do that anymore. Then I'll change and I'll be fine. It's a way to calm myself down so I don't go manic because I keep just going manic all the time when I'm just sober. Like I used to have good sleep, but now I just have horrible sleep and I can't like stay asleep ever.
oh, um, yeah. Do you not take melatonin?
I do, but then what ended up happening was I would just wake up like crying myself to sleep in the middle of the night and just I couldn't get back to sleep. I would just be awake, just very, very, very sad. And then I was like, damn, even sleeping doesn't help me anymore. So I don't know what the fuck to do. So I have to do drugs and alcohol so that I can feel normal and then I can live my life and not really be as depressed as I would be if I was just, fucking, I don't know.
Have you ever heard of the movie Sling Blade from 1996?
I have, I think from Cumtown. That looks familiar.
Why is like my focus really good? Like when it focuses on something, you know what I mean? I'll send you the TikTok.
Okay. Wait, why did you mention the movie? Was there
It's just
something?
a random movie I found.
Did you watch it?
No, but it's it's I don't. Is it like well known, or do you know it?
Barely. It's probably just like a medium well known movie. I think I've heard it from Cumtown one time. That's why I know the name.
Yeah. I wish
Bro,
I
I
could. It's
keep
like
seeing this fucking. There's this Mustang that has the. I send you a picture. It has the Lightning McQueen wrap on
uh,
it, but it's
the
blue, and I keep
under
seeing it drive in the same fucking parking garage every day. I feel like I'm going insane. Also, every fucking day on this campus, I walk around outside and people are graduating, and there's girls in dresses and guys taking pictures of like by the UCF thing. It'll be like, oh, I just graduated, and they're popping champagne literally every fucking day. It's like, how are people graduating every day? I don't understand.
no, they're taking graduation pictures.
Yeah, but it also makes me feel like I'm going insane because it's like, God, what am I doing wrong?
Well, it's
These
just
people
like
are
not. It's just not your.
achieving
It's
milestones in their life. They're
it's
having a
just
good
like
day.
it's just like not your path.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That's yeah, good point.
Like Kirsten's path, you're not doing what Kirsten's doing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I have thought about going to the military though, but then now
Kirsten, look,
but
he's
I don't want to
retarded.
go. I don't want to go fucking just kill some Iranian children. Fuck that.
Well, what was I gonna say? Um, you should also Kirsten about your conspiracy shit.
I don't even think she would understand what I'm fucking talking about. Like you
What if she
guys,
like
you
agrees
like
with me? What if she's like, yeah, wait, that's like so
that
true.
would be so funny. But like you guys, like Miles and mom and dad and you, like you guys understand what I'm talking about enough to dismiss it. But I don't think Kirsten even
Well,
like
like I
knows
think
enough to
it's
dismiss it.
somewhat. I think it's symmetry. I just like don't like care enough to like
Yeah,
fully.
exactly. Which I also don't understand. I've been thinking about that too, because for a second I thought you were like a demon. Because I was like, how does she not care about like children being raped when they were like babies in their entire life, just being controlled and like
It's also like, well, what can
shot?
I do? I can't do.
Exactly. That's also what makes me
That's
feel
like
bad
getting.
because it's like elite satanic pedophiles control the world. So what can I do about it? Nothing. I just have to live my life as if it's not happening.
Or is that
But
to
what I can do is I can fucking go on stages and talk about it and talk about things that I'm interested in, and that is what I think I'll be doing. That's the short term
I could see you
plan.
doing.
Yeah, because as long as I make it sound funny, that's all that matters.
Do you know how to do like crowd work?
Yeah, you learn about that by on the spot, like doing it. So it's not like learning from a textbook. I just gotta get on a stage and do it.
Yeah. And then mom was saying that like Alan's like depressed as fuck right
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah. I'm excited to see him on Sunday because I cannot wait to just connect with him and be like, we've been doing it. We can go through the same shit.
You really are like you
Exactly.
guys need to like reconnect and like have like a meeting and just be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. You're feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but I think Sophie and Giselle want to come up to Michigan over the summer and take like a road trip, and maybe Alan will come. I don't know.
Oh shit, yeah. That'd be funny because Dave's going to Costa Rica, and so I was just imagining Alan just alone at home. Dave leaves, Giselle and Sophie leave, and he's just like, "What the fuck?"
Well, wait, he's actually leaving.
Yeah, on the 24th, he's going to Costa Rica, Costa Rica.
Then he's probably gonna be back like 2 days later.
You never know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see my boy and
Did he
talk to
text
him.
me?
I cannot wait. Yeah, yeah, he texted me, and I cannot wait to
He
fucking.
actually texted you?
Yeah, I cannot wait to talk
Wait, what
about
did he say?
conspiracy theories.
Wait, what did he say?
Um,
This is like a big, like, thing.
he asked if I still had the card. I was like, not expired. And then, um, we were talking, and then he was like, "Okay, I'll pick you up Sunday." And then he asked if I'm still going to school, and I was like, "Yeah." But then I forgot. Oh wait, I'm not.
Like, then you could tell him that, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop out.
Yeah, yeah,
What if you guys like go somewhere and you see Celeste?
yeah.
Celsius, you're gonna see Celeste
Mister
and
Mister
Celsius.
Celsius,
You're gonna see him in Celsius Island, like Publix or some shit.
for real. Damn.
But are you ready to like leave the Florida, like Florida in general, or Michigan?
Because what yeah, would have discovered is that it's really the human connection that makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? And here, I don't have what it takes to just build that on my own. So I need to go back around people that I already know, so I feel comfortable and kind of build a base of savings, and then uh, go to my own, have a car, and then I'll learn how to. I think if I'm going around to clubs and doing little like stand-ups,
Yeah,
that'll help me like learn how to talk to people and shit and be more
yeah,
comfortable with them.
because I've just noticed that I like don't know how to talk to people. Like
I
I'll
don't.
like run into people and like they'll be like, "Oh, sorry," and I'd be like, "Oh, no, you're good."
Yeah, there's this RA that was like flirting with me when I got here. I had no idea what to do. I just froze up, didn't say anything, didn't really make conversation. So, and I'm always like, damn, I really am bad at fucking socializing. I just need to,
But like if I think again, if I just like did it more, I could
yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely just over time we'll get better at it. Yeah,
And
because like
then
I met that guy when I was working out, so I can definitely do it. I just need to not really be trying as hard, you know? I just gotta let it happen or whatever. I don't know.
we should work somewhere where you meet like a busy place where you meet a lot of people.
Yeah, when I was a cashier at Publix, I was doing that. I would talk to like 1,000 people a day. Just like quick little like short like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Like, that felt much better than that made me feel very good, you know?
And also because we're doing your modeling shit this summer
Oh yeah,
too,
that'll be cool.
and then you should do like voice stuff or try to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I could research that, like look into that, see if there's anything.
Yeah, the thing was with voice acting, it's like you have to have your portfolio.
Or not like voice acting, more like voice like recording or just like
Yeah, and I was
that's
thinking about that,
not like acting,
but it's like you kind of already have to be in it, and if you're not in it, you have to like find pretty much you have to do it like 100 gigs with people. You have to do 100 little jobs until
Mhm.
you're actually like doing it for real and making money, you know?
That's
And
not
I
like filmmaker.
exactly,
Like,
I'd rather just bomb doing like comedy 100 times and get better at that because that's me being like a funny guy, which is I like jokes and shit. So I'd rather do that than just do like voice acting alone in a room, like doing with a mic, you know?
but I was
So
gonna ask, do you see like do you see this like podcast in your head as like another like project or like creative project in your head, or is it just like
Yeah, because I've never done it before, like long term, like over weeks. So I feel like it's definitely improving. It shows that I'm progressing at doing things, you know, and it feels like we're actually doing something. So definitely, especially when we're in person together, it'll have a better quality. And I'm not, I don't rely on it at all to like blow up or have monetary success or whatever. I just rely on it to learn how to talk into a microphone for periods of time and
like talk to people?
get comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is like the exact opposite. Like I don't think twice about
Yeah, no, I don't think twice about it. I just think about it like
it. It doesn't feel like a
yeah, I
chore.
have to.
It just feels
Yeah,
like I'm talking to you.
yeah, exactly. And I just want to be using my microphone to say jokes or to have a little show.
Yeah.
It's you know, and hopefully in the future, like it would be cool if we kept going for a couple years and then watched it progress slowly. And like, imagine if we could actually use it as a platform to talk to people that we want to talk to. That's kind of what my goal is in the
Like
future.
people like music people that are like that. So,
Yeah, or just like have Nick
anybody.
Mullen on, or Stavros, or just funny people, people that we like. Brittany
Also, I feel
Porsky.
like we need to like market it more.
Yeah, I think
Like
we'll do
not
that in
right
the
now,
future. Yeah, no, right now, just yeah,
because like
exactly.
I'm not.
We have to have the first, you
Once we
know,
get once we like get
exactly.
to that level, we can just delete these ones.
No, 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 they have to know what I think, Carrie. Bro,
Just gotta we have
imagine
to
if
let's
this podcast
we
gets
have to listen.
interrupted by World War III, and we have,
Imagine you're doing it out in the field.
hmm?
Or I'll probably be on the field with you. It's probably going to be a drafting moment.
Yeah, yeah. We're just like, guys, we're in Iran right now. We're we're fucking fighting for Israel. Long live Israel.
But I feel like you need to find a friend who like is interested in like this stuff.
Yeah, I think Alan is that person. If I can figure out,
You just need to like tap into it. I think you guys just need to like reconnect again and just like
yeah,
because when was the last time you two talked? Super Bowl?
yeah, yeah. When I went over there for the
So it
Super
hasn't
Bowl,
been hasn't been like too long. It hasn't been like since like 2024. It's
yeah,
only been like
that's at least good. So I'm looking forward to that.
you just gotta do you send him like Instagram stuff or like that sort of thing or no?
No,
Because like with Sophie, because Alan and Sophie are kind of the same with communicating. Is that like because last year I didn't like talk to her at all, and I was like, does she even want to be my friend or like all that stuff? But then like this year I'm like sending her like Instagram reels or like pictures or whatever, just like texting her out of the blue, or and then like she replies, and then like
see, the thing is about this technology is that no time in human history was somebody. It's not sunny, Carrie. It's not sunny. It's cloudy.
no, it looks like it's gonna rain now.
Oh shit, that's even
I'm
worse.
gonna be the meteorologist and be like, yeah, it's raining. Wait, I'll show you.
But at no time in human history has people been available 24/7 to be contacted, you know? So I treat like friendship like an only in-person thing because it's
Well,
real, you know?
I feel like with this new technology, you should like treat it with like what you're given with technology, you know? Like you
Mhm.
have a phone
But
to
it's fake. Like real things are in person, like talking conversations.
see
It's
it.
I can barely see it. It looks like a little bit overcast.
So probably won't go. I'll probably maybe go later because I just don't really. Yeah, I think it's raining right now. Actually, I feel like dead. I have like my hand on my hip and just like it looks like it's in rain. Remember
Yeah,
how he always to like just look out the
yeah,
window
like
and see
stands like this, sips coffee.
with a beer or something like that.
Yeah.
Also, oh yeah, I also with SIBO, you like I don't know, like with so like I don't know. Like with my I- like body issues, like not body issues, like stomach stuff, you know? Like whenever I eat, I like bloat really easily, you know what I mean? It's like very, and I feel like normal people, like they don't have that. So I just want to like
They
step.
definitely do.
But like,
Because think about it, if you eat food, your stomach expands. That's pretty much what it is. It's just not normalized in like social media culture, so it doesn't feel like it's normalized. Because who the fuck is posting like, "Oh, I'm bloated right now. Look at my stomach." Nobody. People are only showing you when they're like at their skinniest and they feel like they're the best. What are you doing?
I see like my abs. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Can you see more of the top abs or like the lower abs?
I can see it. Wait, I'll take a picture. Um, I don't, like with abs, there's like that, that's like a little like dent or whatever, like on the sides, like definition. Not like on the
Yeah,
sides, but
yeah,
like in the
yeah.
middle, like that's what I have. Like
Okay,
starting, like, okay. The first one is me like flexing,
okay.
and then this is me normal, but these jeans are kind of even, dude, my camera quality in my phone is so bad.
Really? Maybe you
Yeah,
need to clean the fucking case, that little part. Like use an alcohol like pad thing, wipe it down.
where's my face like that? Oh, brain stopping briefly.
You're doing like the Walton Goggins face. Yeah, there's more definition.
Like,
Yeah, that's good. Very slow progress, step by step.
yeah, I wish it was faster.
No, because it feels better when it's slow and you actually see it. Because then it's like you understand that it takes a long time to really,
Yeah,
really like change.
but like I know, I just wish I started it going to the gym and like doing this last year.
That would be cool.
Because then, because I don't know why I like didn't, but
Well, you're doing it now, so that's all that matters.
because then like in a year or so, then I'll see like results or like that sort of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I've stopped taking progress photos and stuff because my idea is more of like I'd rather check a progress photo once a year than like once every like week or month or whatever, you know.
With me, I just like I see like a little bit of progress than when I first started. Um, but I mainly just like feel better
Oh yeah, definitely.
that
Definitely
I'm
makes you
like
feel better.
taking the time to like go to the gym and like
Yeah.
do that.
And it does feel really good to actually be moving and working out, like the exercising.
I also want to get into yoga.
I've been doing yoga to like calm myself down
I want to,
when I don't want to like do drugs and stuff. And it definitely works.
like hot yoga.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to try that.
I just do it in my room. I do different poses and I just breathe into them 5 times, like 5 full deep breaths, try to feel how my body feels in every pose. And it definitely helps relax me.
Yeah. So maybe I won't go to the gym today because it's raining.
Yeah. Or wait until it stops raining or something. Or go tomorrow. Do you ever go in the morning?
Yeah, and on the weekends I usually go like early, but then I also kind of like going later. I like going, I like going at like 6, and then I'm there
Yeah.
until like 8:30. That's like
Wow.
a prime time for me.
It's cool.
Prime time. But you go at like 4?
No, I went at 4 one time and it was not that much of a vibe. My favorite vibe is going at the time, like right before noon or at noon,
Mhm.
because then it feels like, okay, I went to the gym and now I still have a whole day ahead of me. and I feel better because I went to the gym. You know.
Yeah, maybe I'll go early tomorrow because I have so much stuff to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe I won't go today. Also dyeing my hair
What color?
because I dyed my hair pink when I saw you in like February for your spring break. I think you came up. And I had pink hair.
Yeah, in
Maybe.
March.
So, yeah, maybe. When was yours? No, 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 no. I don't think you were up. I don't know.
I thought I
But
was up there in March.
I had pink hair in like February.
Mhm.
And I have 3 bottles and I have one left. So I'm just gonna do like pink strips in my hair.
Yeah, that'll look good because yeah, instead of like having the whole color all over, having like
Yeah.
little, yeah, that'll be fun.
That'd be good for like the summer. But I'm like growing out my hair right now. We're trying to. But I regret, remember I cut it in December?
Mhm.
I regret doing that because my hair would be like so much longer.
Oh my fucking god, Gary. It feels like literally every time you're like, I hate having long hair. I need to cut it. I hate having it. Then you cut it. You're like, damn, I should not have cut it.
That's it's called being a girl crew. Every single girl goes through that.
Yeah. For me, for some reason, I always love my haircut. Whenever I always get used to it and I adapt to like how I look, and I'm like, I like this. Right now, I need a shower, and because, bro, for some reason, I've been taking showers at nighttime and then going to bed with like the products like curled in my hair, and then I wake up and it's a fucking horrible mess because it's like all over the place. Because instead, what I would do is in the morning I would take a shower, and then throughout the day it would look much better because it would be like air dried and like uh, you know,
Mhm.
not all messed up from
Why don't
sleeping.
why don't you shower in the morning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. So I'm growing up my hair, hopefully, and I'm growing it out like my natural color, like your color right now. Wait, go like this. Let me see your hair. Yeah. Yeah. But then like once it's like healthy and like the same color and like long in like a few years, then I'm gonna have it be blonde. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been walking around outside with my shirt off like all the time. Like pretty much whenever I go outside, I take my shirt off so I can get more tan. And I want
And
my
you
hair
look
to be
amazing. I'm so jealous. Like, do you know how pale I am? Like,
for real. Yeah,
but I feel like compared to like a normal like Michigan person, I'm like tanner than them.
yeah, because a lot of Michigan people are vitamin D deficient.
Yeah, because I feel like my legs are like pretty tan. Like they're still like paler than like in the summer, but like they're still like pretty tan.
Mhm.
But I'm excited to be tan over the summer.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
But I think I maybe for like next winter, so I don't get like sad and depressed about
I
my
was I
appearance.
was I was listening to this guy Robert Sapolsky, who's like a neuroscientist or some shit. He was talking about seasonal affective disorder
Yeah.
and how that form of depression, it's did he say? It was because biological clock is out of whack. I didn't really go into depth to understand what he was talking about, but he said though that like where it'll happen at the same time every year, that's from some like biological clock mechanism inside of you that's like needs to be more in tune with the environment or whatever.
Like with the time change, how it's like it gets darker earlier, or like
I'm not sure. It was something he said it was like environmental reasons why that happens. It might be that,
and like
you
also I'm
know.
sure like vitamin D and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But there's like a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is says to me that you're going to be in Florida. You're going to move to Florida after college. So that's my thing. And then like by the time I like move to Florida, my hair will be like good, and then like I'll have like abs or whatever, and then like
yeah. And you'll find something new to care about that's not right.
That's what? Wait, what?
You'll find something new that you find in yourself that's not right that you have to fix. And be like, once this is done, I will be happy in Florida. And, yeah.
Maybe I'll like have confidence in myself, like socially, to like talk to people and like make friends and like.
Oh yeah. After a few years, you'll definitely will.
Do you ever feel like you're like, oh, I want like a girlfriend really bad, or like, do you ever have that or no?
No, they're boring. Like the only thing is like if I want to like fuck, then I'm like, oh, I want to fuck, and then I'll be like, oh, I want to fuck a girl, but that's just like a passing feeling. I don't
So
know.
you don't like yearn to have like a romantic thing.
No, I just want to do comedy and
That's
music.
your romantic thing.
Mm,
That was a
I
joke. That
just want
wasn't
to I
supposed to be
just want to
serious, but
focus. No, I just want to focus on my career and
yeah,
actually like do things.
yeah, yeah. I'm like that, but then I also like yearn to have a romantic
Hmm.
connection with somebody.
Hmm. Yeah, once I have a car, then I can just like do whatever I want. I'll just, you know, yeah, I could just drive. Maybe I'll feel different then, but I suspect I'll feel the same.
You just you just have like a car in hand.
Yeah.
I, oh, I just saw lightning.
Damn, it's really raining.
Um, I don't even have my license yet, so I still have to get that.
Damn, that's fucking insane. I've had my license for
But
3 years.
but like when I turned with because I got my permit when I was like 15, and then I couldn't like drive because I kept like passing out and stuff. So
Yeah, because the pills. Wait.
you have to cut that.
I thought, what?
You have to cut that out.
Mom's not watching this shit, Gary.
In the future, no.
You have to come clean eventually.
Yeah, like eventually, but not like right now.
Yeah, you're not coming clean right now. We're just saying spitting facts. Live to your truest self, Carrie. If you have a pill problem, you say you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie to yourself and pretend like you're a different person than you actually are.
I've always been like very self-aware of it.
Hmm. But you're also aware that that part of you is trying to lie to yourself that it's. I mean, I guess you're not lying to yourself because you just don't want.
I
I
just
mean,
don't want.
nobody's gonna fucking see this for at least years.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
you're chilling on that. But anyway, yeah, you didn't have a passing out problem. You had a doing too much Vicodin problem at one time. Instead of like doing two and then waiting a few hours and then doing two, you know. Bro, the best ever was when I was smoking a joint and have I think it was Percocet. Oh my God, that felt so
And
fucking
he
good.
stole my shits from me.
Yeah, yeah. But god damn, that felt good. Yep. Okay, I'm really hungry, so I have to go make food. You keep watching the weather, Carrie.
I am watching this weather. Want to see my view from outside that I look at every day?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even see it really.
Wow.
So this is there's like soccer fields. Can you even see it?
I remember it from when I was there.
Oh, like soccer fields, and then like Theo Vaughn is right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why didn't you fucking go see Theo? Like that
I
would have
didn't
been.
want to. I actually just like completely forgot about it
Mm,
until like of recent. I was like, wait a second, Theo Vaughn
yeah,
started it.
that's
And
crazy.
then I checked it, and then like I didn't really want to go myself. Then I probably could have gone by
Yeah,
myself.
like I could have gone to basketball games and baseball games and shit by myself, but I was like, fuck, I'm not going by myself. Fuck that.
I went to a base. Well, our baseball field is very just like compared to like the football field. It's like cheap as shit. Like there's like nothing. Like the Pittsburgh's field or stadium is like 10 times better than the sport.
Hmm.
It's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But like football, I would see because like we have like a football stadium's really nice. Like by myself, like that's fine. Like baseball is kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I do. But I kind of miss the pitch hitters. That was fun when we went one time.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time.
I'd go again. It was good.
I could get into how baseball is a high magic ritual, but we're not going to get into that.
And we're not, we're gonna end right there. That's
Okay.
gonna.
It's a Freemason high magic ritual. It literally, baseball comes from
Oh,
Egypt,
and then
ancient Egypt.
and then down the hall where Kirsten's at, it's right
Is that ROTC?
there. Yeah, that's where RTC is.
That's cool.
You need to join RTC.
Me?
I wonder what you would have been like if you joined JRTC in high school.
I would probably been more like Kirsten, like a patriot wanting to kill people for the country.
Which branch would you have gone to?
I suspect the Air Force because I want to fly. I really want to be like a. I
What
love looking in the sky and just I imagine myself like flying. So I really want to uh, be a pilot or something. That would be so fucking sick.
okay, let's who would which branch would Miles go into?
Um,
That's the Air Force as well, kind of.
mhm.
Oh, he would be like ground control of the Air
Miles
Force.
will be the guy who's like with the light sticks telling the
Yeah.
planes. Yeah, yeah. He'd be
Rocco,
doing like a crazy dance.
I feel like he'd be Marine.
Yeah, Rocco would probably, if he was like indoctrinated into it, he would probably grow up to be like a fucking tough Marine, be like, hoorah.
Yeah. He could be
Curious.
like, what would I do?
Um, you would be like the commercial filmmaker who films like the propaganda films for the military to go try to get people to enlist.
There was this one, I don't know if it was like the real army or whatever, but there was like this video of guys doing like army shit and they were like you know how the SWAT people they go through like a house and like they go like
Yeah, clear a
clear.
house. Yeah.
But the army people were doing that and how it was like shot was like jaw dropping. Like I think I sent it to you, but
Yeah,
I was just
because
like,
Carrie, America has the best propaganda in the world. It's so good that people don't know it's propaganda. Like in the Soviet Union, when that was still around, people would see the government, um, the media, the news would tell them stuff, and they would see films from the Russians, and the people would know it's propaganda. They'd be like, oh yeah, this is our state propaganda. In America, people actually fucking believe in it so wholeheartedly that it's like truth to them. And it's
yeah.
hard to get people to understand it's not
And then
real.
is it just this is like a yes or no question, you don't have to get into specifics. But isn't America the only country where like we like televise like medication commercials? Or
Yes, yes. Also, did you know that Obama legalized propaganda to be shown to the US citizens in 2011 with the Smith-Mont Modernization Act? So basically, since then, like it's been legal to show propaganda in the country. Before it wasn't.
oh, and then I have a fire station right there.
There's a fire right now happening.
Well, I saw a fire truck right there. So it's like, oh yeah,
Uh,
we have a fire station right
that's cool.
there. Oh, there. Yeah. And then Breslin.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hate Michigan State. And like with South Fork at the end of it, I was like, yeah, no, I at the end of it, I was like, no, I like South Fork and I got into the school spirit of it. Like here, maybe it'll change, but I don't think it will. But I'm just like not like I because it wasn't because like most kids who go here, it's like they're like lifelong chained or like it was like a dream of theirs to like come to Michigan State and they liked the campus or like whatever. But then also like
I think if you just had a group of friends, you would feel much different. Because we had a group of friends in high school, so that's what made you feel like you have a sense of community.
and then like but then also with like Michigan State, it's like an agricultural school or like an engineering school.
Mhm.
not like a film school or like a creative art.
But also, all the film schools are just getting kids who are interested in film, taking their money away, and then kind of teaching them how to, like, not how to make films, but what films are. And
That's
then
how it is here.
the kids hope that, oh, I hope since I know what a film is so in depth, I'll be able to make my own. But it's really like
Yeah.
school doesn't teach you to do shit unless you're actually a worker. It teaches you how to do your job well, you know?
Like on the website for my like class requirements that I could take, like electives, like half of those classes do not exist anymore. They're like deleted. I'm like,
Damn.
and there's one that I wanted to take about like film financing. It's like I don't know anything about it, so like, maybe that'll be, good to know. Or, like in like distribution and like the business side of it, and like it's not. I'm like, okay, well,
At least you can learn about that on YouTube.
yeah. I think it's more just like about like tricks of the trade and like once you get into it, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's more just like a film club. You know what I'm saying?
it's like right now, or like, because I learned about like it's a lot of like film theory you learn
Hmm.
and like the history of film, and like I like the history of film because that's like interesting. But, like with film theory, it's just like okay, I don't really care about this.
Hmm.
Like I get it, but it's like I when will I need to learn about like a pensive spectator and a obsessive spectator?
Yeah, the best filmmakers are just people who are making films all the time because they're doing it all the time, so they understand what works, what
I
doesn't.
just, I just, I wish we could just like it was more just like watching films and then like talking about them and like what you could learn from them or like how this film was made or like that sort of thing instead of like the theory behind it. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
that's why you have to go to YouTube to get like that kind of education about like the topic that you are interested in.
There's just one YouTuber called Thomas Flight.
Oh yeah, Thomas
I think
Flight.
I've showed you.
Yeah, I've watched
He's
his
like
videos.
he's literally like my favorite film YouTuber because I really like his stuff and he teaches me a lot. And you should watch his stuff. 'Cause I mean, you know who Terrence Malick is?
Yeah.
He made Days of Heaven, which you should watch.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
he has like three or two or three YouTube videos about Terrence Malick, and they were just like they look like genuinely like changed my life on how I'm
Really?
gonna film stuff and with like into the him especially. So you should watch it. I'll send you it. It's just like really good, and it was because he with Malick he was more about like taking the philosophy of filmmaking of and of like life and
Mhm.
like putting that to one. You know what I mean?
Think so.
So yeah. And like he uses like a really wide angle and like with his films and like that sort of thing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
then we started at like 3
Holy shit, really?
and it's 6:30.
God damn it.
We started at like 3:20.
Yeah, I'm really fucking hungry. I have to eat.
Okay, yep,
So
good.
I'm gonna end it. Okay.
Okay.
So